Anyway, yeah, if you've never seen me do an event thing and you're completely new here, I always read it and voice act the characters and stuff, so if that's your kind of thing, hang out. We'll have a good time. We'll have some laughs. We'll watch Ishtar get bullied. It'll be great. Anyway, let's start the event. Prologue, the Summer Goddess's Small Kindness. Emergency! Emergency! Ishtar? Hi, Ishtar. You're looking as divine as ever. Oh-ho, nicely handled, Gouda. Always minding your manners, no matter the circumstances, will help you go far in life. I'd expect no less from the man who formed a contract with me. Wait, never mind that. Where's your sense of urgency, of surprise? This is a real emergency. We are surprised by how you barged in here yelling at the top of your lungs. Also, I gotta ask, what were Mash and Master doing here alone in their room? That, and it's hard not to notice that you seem quite upbeat about this supposed emergency. Huh? Am I smiling? Really? Give me your meaner. I am smiling, aren't I? Maybe it's the rush from all the gems I brought so I could exercise my authority. It wasn't really that many, though. I must be kinda high right now. Okay, so I know that must seem weird, but don't worry about it. It's a deity thing. We always hide our anger behind smiles. You know how it is. Even gods handing out blessings might turn around and do some smiting at the drop of a hat. So just chalk that smile up to the dual nature innate to our divinity. You can't hold us to the same standards as you humans. Got it? Alright, so what is this emergency then? I was just enjoying one of my precious few days off playing Reversi and backgammon with Senpai. I see. Those are some board games that some human came up with, right? That's right. I thought playing board games with Senpai would be a great way to spend our day off. Since it's always blizzarding outside of Caldia, we obviously got used to indoor recreation. I see. It looked to me like you were just sitting around being bored, but I guess I was wrong. Sorry for interrupting your happy time. But that's neither here nor there. From now on, no more board games until summer is over. And don't give me that bewildered look. This is important if you hadn't noticed. You may have managed to restore humanity, Gouda, but you're still a master of Caldia, right? Then as soon as you hear this, you'll have no choice but to hop too. I've discovered a new singularity. Uh-oh. That actually is an emergency. I know, and that's because I'm the only one who's noticed it so far. But it's still a big deal. It may not directly affect humanity, but it will affect the world negatively if something isn't done. Right. The same is true for all singularities that have been discovered to date. We have to resolve them no matter how big or small they might be. Do you already have some information on this singularity's inner workings, Ishtar? More or less. There's a certain lord in charge of it, and she's running it right into the ground. Its land has gone barren. Its ground burns day and night. Its people have gone berserk. And in all that mess, only the Lord grows fatter. My guess is that this small fry succumbed to greed and transformed the place when she took it over, making it into her own. At first I thought I'd just take care of it myself, but as luck would have it, this lady's got a number of heroic spirits working for her, which of course complicates matters.
Sounds like a demon king and his subordinates.
That sounds like a singularity that could affect the foundations of humanity. We should tell Acting Commander Da Vinci and plan this out as an official mission. No need for that. This time I'll be providing you with divine protection personally. And besides, Da Vinci? She makes running Caldia seem like this big, super difficult job, but I could do it just as well as her. In fact, I've been wanting to order Gouda around... offer Gouda the honor of taking part in one of my perfect divine plans for a while now.
This can only end badly.
The goddess Ishtar's divine protection. That does sound like an enticing offer, Senpai. Remember that incredible spell work cast on us in the underworld? That was such amazing divine protection. With divine aid from Ishtar, I believe we may just be unstoppable. I see. You're a good girl, Mash. A little too good for my taste.
And that's why she must be corrupted. I mean, what?
Anyway, you two go get ready for the ray shift. The coffins are all set up. And I've already bribed some staff members to program the ray shift for your destination. Oh, and make sure you bring gear that's easy to move around in. This is going to be more competition than combat. There will be hot places, cold places, all sorts of places, so you should be focusing more on comfort than on durability or protection. Competition? Gear that's easy to move in? Ishtar? If you're going to be running this operation yourself, could you tell us a little bit more about it? Are you going to be helping us take down the Singularity's Lord without wanting compensation, or... Typical human thinking. No, I'll play a much bigger and more pivotal role than that. There's no need to actually fight the small-timer, the queen ruling this singularity. It'd be a big hassle, and I don't think she's got much money on her anyway. Besides, we shouldn't waste our precious summer fighting. Wouldn't you much rather have a fun, flashy festival that really gets wild? Last year you spent the summer on a desert island, right? So we need something even better this year. Don't you agree, Mash? Indoor activities are all well and good, but wouldn't you prefer to make memories with Gouda in the great outdoors? I see. Well, if I'm being perfectly honest, then yes. Right? So that makes all of this trouble I've gone to worthwhile. Okay, so what I need you two to do is perform this little ritual I cooked up. It's something I put together myself just for this new singularity. If this ritual succeeds, the singularity will be destroyed, and the so-called Lord will basically self-destruct in her own castle. I mean, you don't want to spend hours on end in the blistering sun fighting wave after wave of over-muscled soldiers, do you? This way, all you gotta do is complete one little ritual, and you're golden. I really shouldn't spoil you humans like this, but I just can't help myself. Perhaps I'm just too kind of a goddess for my own good. Feel free to show your appreciation by showering me with praise, or offering a mountain of gems in tribute.
That is really kind of her. Almost too kind.
A ritual, huh? If completing this ritual is really all we need to do to resolve the singularity, that'd greatly lower the risk to Senpai. But that would also violate Caldia's rules. So it's not a decision that we can make ourselves. Fine. I didn't want to say this because it clashes with my whole divine authority thing, but I already got permission from Da Vinci to go ahead with it. I see. Well, I'm not sure how I feel about trusting you with this, but there doesn't seem to be any real issues with your plan. Alright, I officially designate you as the leader of operations for this singularity. I especially like how your plan doesn't require any of Caldia's assets.
That does sound like Da Vinci.
I see. I'm relieved to hear that the acting commander has given her approval. Indeed. I've got the location all fixed up, the system is ready, the rules are in place. I've laid just about all of the groundwork. On top of that, I'm even paying for this out of my own savings. So again, don't be shy about showing your appreciation.
Yeah, I was gonna say, she doesn't have pockets.
Ishtar, paying for something herself? A singularity is one thing, but this is unheard of. We should have Da Vinci take a look at her spirit origin, Master. She might be turning into an altar. Oh, come on! Me spending my own money can't be that big of a deal! Besides, how am I supposed to place my bet if I don't cover my table stakes? I mean, what's a little money compared to the fate of humanity? Besides, with all of these other goddess types running around, I consider it a good deed to remind them all who's still the top deity. Plus, I really do feel like you two deserve some fun once in a while, since you are technically helping me out and all.
So she wants to prove she's the top deity. That means she has to get into a lucha match with Quetzalcoatl. Money on Quetzalcoatl.
Anywho, just do as I say and this singularity will go away. You have the Ishtar guarantee on that. I see. Right, so back to the ritual. There's just one problem. It needs participants, preferably powerful first-rate heroic spirits who will help and encourage each other. Here's a pamphlet with the event rules and entry criteria. You two will be running things rather than participating yourselves, but you should both familiarize yourselves with the rules. We're gonna need good, solid operation based on good, solid rules, and if we're going to have an exciting race, so I'm counting on you two to handle that.
Did I just hear race?
What are you talking about? There's more than one kind of ritual, you know. Sacrifices, dances, sending gifts of gems. I'm just taking that concept and running with it. That's right, this ritual is a race. I call it the Steel Ball Run. It'll be a cannonball run across the entire singularity.
Man, chat, part 7 came out fast.
The idea is to carve magical energy directly into the ground by running across the singularity. But that's boring. That's so boring that nobody would ever want to watch it, right? So I thought about it and came up with the brilliant idea of making the ritual a race. The way I see it, every goddess needs composure and a bit of playfulness. That's why this is going to be a major Caldia-wide event. I've got all the equipment in place to live stream and broadcast the whole thing, so we'll be giving it the festival treatment. Thanks for helping out! Live streaming, broadcasting, spectator stands, checkered flags. This sounds like those F1 races I've heard about.
We're gonna need an outfit for MASH that includes a bra and really short shorts.
Exactly. Only in this race, heroic spirits will be paired into teams and drive a single vehicle. Naturally, I reward the winning team handsomely. I think a Holy Grail should do the trick, no? To put it another way, I'll use my divine abilities to grant the winners any one wish they'd like. After all, if I'm going to liven up the festivities, it's only right that I use my goddess powers, TM, to prepare a treasure or two on par with the Holy Grail.
Palingenesis time, talk about generous.
I'm not so sure that this is cause for celebration, Senpai. I still feel like there's something Ishtar's not telling us about why she's spending her own money. Okay, now that you're all filled in, I'm gonna go pass those pamphlets around Caldia. I'll also be inviting servants to join the race myself, so we should get enough participants soon. I wonder what sort of reckless daredevils are going to volunteer. Oh well, with a goddess like me making the arrangements, there's no way this race is going to be anything less than a spectacular success. And furthermore... Okay! Okay, that's all for now. Bye! Wait, I'm sorry, I wasn't planning to say anything, but I just have to know. Yeah? I'm extremely grateful that you've come up with a way for us to remove the singularity. And I suppose I can understand if this is all just one of your divine whims, but I guess it just seems a little overwrought. I just don't see why this needs to be such a huge event. Why are you doing this? Didn't I already tell you? There are a number of reasons, but the biggest one is to make this. To make this the best summer ever!
She put on her goddess eyes for that statement. Alright, chat. We have our various teams. Let's take a look at the beautiful teams. We've got team number 1, Formation Fast and Furious and High. That consists of Caster Umu and Rider Artoria Alter. Team number 2, The Fran Show Philosophy Edition. That consists of Babbage, Some Dapper Old Man, and Saber Frankenstein. Team formation number 3, Raiko Encounters the Monk. That consists of Raiko and Titty Monk. Team number 4, Helena's Summer Vacation. That consists of Helena and 2 idiots that nobody cares about. Team number 5, Gouda Gouda Rockstar is born. That consists of Umu and Mysterious Heroine X. And finally, team formation The Story of a Persevering Pharaoh. That consists of Nitocris and Thickcaster. Thickcaster. Anyway, let's start by talking to Saber and other Saber.
Okay, now that Gouda's on board, it's just a matter of getting enough participants involved. But I think I should choose who to give the crown to myself, seeing as it's the most important part. There's no shortage of candidates to choose from, but I think I'll trust this vessel's instincts to give it to the ones who look like I mean, to those two. There's a flyer here on the wall. The Ishtar Cup. Beat the heat with a cool summer race. A race? How delightful! One cannot hear the name Emperor Nero and not immediately think of my superb racing skills. That is, after all, how I won the chariot race at Nerofest. And of course, my victory is strictly an honorable one, with no deceitful skullduggery of any kind. I mean, I may have called for the race to be suspended temporarily when I fell off my vehicle, but I had no ulterior motive for doing so. Nonetheless, I cannot involve myself with this now. A race does sound nice, but I've already promised myself to go to the beach with Master this year. I've even procured a new swimsuit for the occasion, so I shall pretend I didn't see this flyer and... Oh, good, excellent timing. I was just thinking of you. Are you unoccupied at the moment? Is your schedule open? No matter. I'm certain you will free it up even if it is not. I've been made to understand that there's a delightful soiree in Hawaii. I wish to attend. I'm drawn as a moth to flame, but I'd be lonely if I were to go unaccompanied. As you are the one who has formed a contract with me, I trust no further words are needed, Kuda. Then let us go and enjoy a vacation in the tropical seas together.
I would. Oh, we're giving her the Kabedon chat. I would, but I'd rather see you race. Wink.
What's this? You seem more radiant than usual. Your gaze upon me with the fiery charm of a goddess exercising her authority. Then you press me against the wall, use one hand to cut off my escape, and whisper sweet nothings into my ear. I've never seen you so passionate. Still, this race... Of course I enjoy racing as well, but given how spring break turned out, I had my heart set on going to the beach this summer.
You're the only one that I want to cheer for. Wink.
I see. So you wish to cheer only for me, do you? Umu, I cannot refuse such a direct confession as that. The beach can wait until next year. You wish for me to take first place in the race? Then it shall be done. Admittedly, I do not understand why you care so much about this, but I, Nero Claudius, swear I will not fail you. And when I win, you shall be prepared to commend me with an embrace worthy of the occasion. I see that there is a flyer on the wall. Ishtar Cup. Beat the heat with a cool summer race. Another worthless event. This Ishtar. What a shame to see a goddess so given to frivolity. Chaldea is no playground. It's a collection of warriors who abide by strict rules, execute missions with focus and precision, and maintain order. In other words, it is an elite unit that does not take vacations, regardless of the season. Indeed, none are exempt. Though if any deserved such a holiday, it would be Master given his exceptional achievements under extreme duress. And if he were to go on such a holiday, I suppose he would wish to visit the beach, as it is indeed summer now. The only beaches I know of are fraught with raging waves, but I imagine Anne Bonny could introduce me to a fine resort beach with clear skies and calm seas.
Chat, that's a voice actor joke because Anne Bonny is voiced by Artoria.
Wow. Very well then. It is decided. I am off to the beach. Gouda, you shall accompany me. Yes, I believe that is what I shall say. It seems the summer heat has lifted even my spirits.
Your voice is as lovely as ever, Artoria. Wink.
What? How long have you been there? And why is your face glowing like that?
You know, I'd love to see you take first place.
Very well. Speak not another word. You have made your feelings quite clear. I am not so dim-witted as to be oblivious to the significance of such an act. Ordinarily, you ask for nothing, but today you've made your preferences abundantly clear. I am not incapable of understanding another's feelings.
I am Tristan, merely passing by. I am the child of sadness and an ill-fortuned poet. If I may, my foul-tempered liege, did you say something? I thought someone was speaking of me.
Indeed, you are correct. Begone, Tristan!
As you wish, my liege. But what am I gonna do about this wall?
Unwelcome intrusions aside, I have heard your feelings loud and clear. You wish for me to claim victory in this race, correct? However, as an altar, I cannot indulge in hedonistic pleasures. I cannot participate in this race as a king, and so I shall comply by taking a different approach. I shall take part in this dubious event by ensuring that it is conducted properly and fairly. Just you wait. When next you see me, I shall have a new class. I shall then dominate this Ishtar Cup affair and reign supreme as the greatest maid of all time. And once that happens, I expect to hear the rest of what you attempted to tell me earlier. And when you do, see that your words of flattery are sufficiently eloquent.
Damn, chat. Ishtar has created a difficult situation for us.
Uh-oh. Maybe I overdid that a little. I didn't think those two would turn out to be such pushovers. I feel like I might have just unwittingly set things into motion that may lead to some serious carnage. Oh well, at least they're both motivated now, and I'm sure Gouda will figure out a way to survive somehow. Still, I don't want to stir the pot up any more than I already have, so I think I'll let Gouda handle the rest of the invitations.
It's a real good thing that Ishtar didn't happen to see Kiyohime looking at that poster.
Da Vinci! It's me! I have need of your convenient genius! Oh, your majesty. What is it that you want today? Oh ho! Oh ho ho! What a wonderful outfit! You made a complete 180 from your usual masculine getup to showing off quite a lot of skin. What a great way to start my day. I'll have to return the favor.
Wait, so Da Vinci's gonna strip too?
Tell you what, just for today, I'll give you a 30% hottie discount. Thank you, but I'm not here for your wares. I'm here for your skills as an inventor. Oh? I have here a blueprint for the vehicle that I require. It must be red and embody speed, divinity, and Roma. I want you to use this blueprint to build for me the fastest, most powerful vehicle in the world. And it must be completed by tomorrow. Tomorrow? You want me to build you a custom-made race car from scratch in a single day? Sono tori! But as an emperor, I won't ask the impossible. I have plenty of QP with which I can quite handsomely compensate you. I see. Well, let me see the blueprint. Interesting. You clearly did your homework. If Holmes helped me out, I might be able to handle the engine and frame. But I'm afraid that's all I could do, Your Majesty. I just don't have enough helpers. Helpers, you say? What sort of help would you require? A welder, for one thing. I'd need a highly skilled welder in order to recreate this body as smoothly as the design calls for. Next, I'd need a dexterous artisan to put together the more detailed parts. It'd also be nice if we had someone who could polish the body. Finally, we need an engineer, someone who could test the engine and measure its RPM and temperature when it burns gasoline.
God, that outfit's hot.
Very well then. I shall find these people. What's this? Who are you and where did you come from? I understand your surprise, for I am just as surprised as you are. I was unaware that it was so pleasant to wear a swimsuit. Well now, if it isn't the Ice Queen Artoria, I must say it's a surprise to see you like this. What bizarre alternate world did I end up in today? You're in a swimsuit and you're saying you'll find me the help that I need to build this car. Indeed. My original purpose in coming here was to have you build me a race car, but it appears Drama Queen here was one step ahead of me. How unfortunate for you, Trenchcoat, but it is fortunate that you're quick to grasp the situation. Now that you understand that I've beaten you to the punch, you may go. There is no place for you here. If anyone here is fortunate, it's you. Ordinarily, I would not hesitate to take your place by force, but today I am here to see justice served. At any rate, I took a look at your design, and it does seem as though it would be a formidable race car. It is somewhat evocative of my sacred sword. Drama Queen, I presume that you will be participating in the Ishtar Cup, as will I. I was planning to go compete alone, as I specialize in motorcycles. However, upon closer examination, there is a stipulation in this race's entry rules. As you seem to have missed it in your ebullience, I shall enlighten you. Take a look at this here. Racers must compete in teams of 2, with one driving and one acting as a supporting role. Indeed. I was as dismayed as you when I first noticed this. A good maid works alone after all. Her role is to serve others, not to be served herself. But such are the rules of this event. Thus, I came here intending to procure a vehicle, and happened upon another servant seeking to enter alone. Drama Queen, you and I may not care for one another in the slightest, but we have few options. And so I offer you, the lowest of all sabers, a chance to team up with the greatest. If you can cooperate with Tamamo Shark, you can cooperate with me.
Damn, that insult. Somebody call for the fire department because it looks like a 3rd-degree burn.
Do not stand there twiddling that antenna-like strand of hair thinking you'll have another chance. You will not. This is a one-time offer. Team up with me now. I knew you were dull and dour, but I didn't know you were so dreadfully blunt as to be this dull. Very well. I shall overlook your incorrigible insolence. However, I will ask you one thing. Why would you go to such lengths to ally with me? Surely there are others that you could ask. I have my reasons. However, this much is certain. I must win this race, no matter the cost. If that means I must work with someone like you, so be it. At this moment, I require a skilled partner more than I do a familiar subordinate. You appear to be accustomed to racing, and you seem to have more than your fair share of luck. I see, so you're utterly determined to win this race. What a coincidence, I am too.
Uh-oh.
Very well, I accept your invitation. Fortunately, I have no interest in the reward, so you may have it. Is that so? If it's not the reward you seek, why do you race? For the honor of victory, of course. That's worth more than any mere physical reward. That said, if this reward will aid Master in some form, I won't hesitate to keep it all to myself. Is that so? For me, it is the complete opposite. I most certainly seek the physical reward.
The Dojins write themselves.
It should be of use to Master, after all. Of course, the important thing is to demonstrate my superior strength above all else. Then it is settled.
Oh, yeah, So, chat. Here's the image that I get from that. I know exactly what just went down. Then it is settled. And this is the image that just happened. Hell yeah.
Wow, that was the scariest handshake I've ever seen. You'd think you were about to fight each other to the death instead of team up.
Wow, you know, that image fits even better now.
I can endure some humiliation if it'll bring about my victory. Very well, Trenchcoat. Or should I call you Dark Maid? I shall permit you to join me. But first, there's something of utmost importance that we must decide. It would be nice if we could do it amicably, but I'm sure that is out of the question. Ah yes, I was thinking the very same myself. As we are both savers, a duel is our only option. Then let us do battle and see which of us shall be the driver.
That's one team. Let's check the Fran Show. Chat, I can't wait for them to win this race, and then the threesome will be complete. You don't want to watch all these? You're gonna watch all these. Sit there and look at them. And I'm gonna read them to you, and you're gonna enjoy it. So there. Special translation.
Ooh. Don't wanna move. AC bad. Electricity bad. Hate summer. Too hot. Can't think. Why is it so hot? What did an artificial life form like me ever do to deserve this? Humanity, the world, peace, love, they're all things you can't see, but you can still feel their effects. Well, I guess humanity obviously exists, but you still can't see it as a collective entity. You should think about individual humans separately. That is, everyone's special in their own way. There's only one of me. Or am I wrong? It's so hot. My vision's starting to go blurry. There's an AC in Master's room. Can conserving electricity is very, very important. But Master is also important, and he needs AC. Okay, I'm going to go cool off. A flyer? A car race? What's this all about? Ahem, ahem. Good day, innocent artificial life form. I am an anonymous, glorious, glamorous, magnificent, beautiful, magnanimous goddess of the planet Venus. So many adjectives. And aren't glamorous and beautiful just the same thing? Hey, you know with my goddess power, TM, I can tell what you're saying. What's wrong with putting some extra emphasis on my beautiful beauty? Ahem. Heed my words. You must compete in the race, for the howling winds will cool your poor body. And if you succeed in repairing the singularity, Master will be sure to praise you handsomely. Goodbye, overheating. Hello, cool breeze. Now go and find yourself a race car right away. Ugh. Honestly, I know you're up to something. Ugh. But you don't seem like you mean Master any harm. Ugh. So I'll go along with whatever this is. What do you mean? I'm not up to anything. Now go put on a swimsuit and fix that singularity. Oh, but you'll need a vehicle and a partner. I think I know where I could find both. Great! Okay, I'll let you take it from here. Just bring your entry form to Gudo when you're ready. Okay, bye now. Okay, first off, I'd better look for a partner.
Sorry, we've already entered with Helena. What are you doing, you mangy plebeian? The race is almost upon us. We need to get this machine working tonight, even if it kills us. That does it. I'm going ahead and using alternating current here. We'll get far more power that way. Don't do it, Tesla. Using alternating current there would cause all of Caldia to blow up. How do I know that? Because I purposely set it up that way. You mangy plebeian! I'll kill you! Bring it on, you half-witted eccentric. I've got a billiard ball sandwich with your name on it. Oh yeah? I wonder what Tamamo Cat will say when she hears about that. That's playing dirty, you fiend! She has nothing to do with it, and you know this!
Enough! Just shut up already! Shut up! Well, that was a bust. There's only one other machine that I could ask. But I really don't want to ask him. I guess it's now or never.
Ba-da-bum. You're Victor's girl, aren't you? And what do you want? The last I heard, all of Caldia's staff and servants told me, please, we need you to go somewhere. Anywhere else during the summer. With all that steam, you make everywhere you go into a sauna. It's worse than the humidity in Japan. It's so bad we have to wear swimsuits all the time. We could deal with that if it was just Master, but Blackbeard keeps staring at us, like, a lot. So... which is why I have stolen away to London to play with stray cats and Stray Jack.
Ugh!
Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. I see, so you need a racing vehicle and a partner. Very well, I will help you with the latter. However, there's still one rather significant problem. I presume you wish to take part in this race in order to beat the heat, but if I am close by, you'll almost certainly be hotter than ever. That, of course, would completely defeat the purpose.
Ugh.
You seem to be in something of a predicament.
Ugh.
Who are you? I am... how should I go about this? Ah, yes. You may call me Professor M.
Ugh.
Well, Professor M, Victor's girl doesn't seem to trust you. Oh, come on now, why not? She should be all but swooning over the mysterious, devilishly dapper gentleman. My esteemed colleague finds that prospect highly dubious, as do I. Phooey. Now what do you want, Professor? Not that your identity is anything of a mystery at this point. Wouldn't it be faster and easier to just tell us your true name and spare us the pretense? Gentlemen so devilishly dapper as I must always fulfill certain obligations. At any rate, young lady, you seem to be in need of a racing vehicle.
Ugh.
Indeed she is. I have agreed to be her partner, but without a vehicle that does us no good. And the two great heroic spirits who shine brightest in unpredictable circumstances like these, namely Thomas Edison and Nikola Tesla, have already joined Helena Blavatsky's team. Even if I were to start making a steam-powered vehicle right now, without their help... What a pity! Given your engineering skills, financial muscle, and management capabilities, there is indeed little hope of you finishing a vehicle in time for the race. I hate to admit it, but you are right. However, with my assistance, you may banish all doubts and concerns.
Ugh.
Ree! Thank you, Buckle, for 26 months in a row. I can assure you that with me involved, your search for both a suitable vehicle and partner will go as smoothly as the perfect crime. Of course, I expect to be fairly compensated, but don't worry, I won't be so cruel as to take you for all the pair of you possess. A moment, if you would, Professor. By all means.
Whisper. Ugh.
Yes, it's clear he has some sort of ulterior motive. But whatever it is, I suspect it would only become a concern were we to win. Given that your goals are to cool off and help Master, I don't believe his plan should pose any problem for the time being.
Ugh.
And the fact is, we have no choice but to accept his help if we're to compete at all. Oh, I don't suppose you could hurry it along a bit. It really is rather hot in your vicinity.
Ugh.
Well then, what is your answer?
Please. Help.
I must commend you for taking the trouble to speak. I know it's difficult for you with your madness enhancement. Very well then, I shall gladly offer my...
Papa.
A certain math professor would later go on to describe the impact of that single word. Math professor, 50s, single. It hit me like a proverbial ton of bricks. It made me realize, like nothing had before, just how powerful and beautiful words can truly be. Yes, I must confess, it was the first time I ever shed a tear. That single word made me feel as though I had lived a full life, a decent, upstanding life. Fran.
Ugh.
Just leave everything to Papa. I promise I will do all that is within my power to help you win.
Ugh.
A daughter! I have a daughter! Are you sure about this?
Ugh.
You were just following the procedure in that book, Evil Servants in You, a Survivor's Guide that Caldia gave us. Let me see. When girls within a specific age range refer to SA-156, commonly called Professor, as Papa, SA-156 may respond by harming others in the vicinity. However, under no circumstances will SA-156 harm the girl in question. If the subject is engaged in preparing an evil scheme, see Appendix E, the girl will generally have an opportunity to negotiate with them, thereby neutralizing the threat posed for a variable duration, see Appendix J. If the threat has been neutralized, contact the master and have them use a command spell to effect total sealing of the SA-156 instance. I see, now it all makes sense. So, Professor. Yes, what can this proud new Papa do for you? Regarding our vehicle, I assume you have something in mind. Ah, right you are. The vehicle. I'll have it ready in a jiffy.
Ugh.
That soon? It's wonderful to see you in such high spirits, Fran. Incidentally, Mr. Babbage, how much do you know about hypnotism? Hypnotism, As a man devoted to steamcraft, I cannot say I ever had any use for it. I see. However, there are many inventors in this world who are not overly scrupulous. Take this conversation I overheard in the cafeteria the other day, for example. I wonder what it would be like if Babbage could transform, like one of those robots. An excellent observation indeed, Mr. Edison. First, he could go whir, clank, clank. Yeah, and then he could turn here, and that could turn here. And before you know it, he could end up like this. This rather enthusiastic conversation was eventually supplemented by several diagrams and illustrations. I found the idea of creating a new transformation for you to be a fascinating one, so I investigated it further in between carrying out my duties. I have a very bad feeling about this. And I succeeded. What? But surely I would remember if you modified me like... That's right. The Bluebird of Happiness was calling from within all along. And to prevent you from realizing it before now, I hypnotize you to erase your memories. Voila! The perfect crime. So, this is what astonishment feels like. Psh. Now then, Babbage, let us begin. Steam transformation! Goodness me, I really had no idea I could transform like this. I can't say I approve of you erasing my memories without my knowledge, but at the same time, I cannot complain about this particular function. This should provide a great racing experience for her as well. And not for nothing I am called the King of Logic. With the three of us together, our victory is assured. Attack! Why did you do that to your papa, Fran?
Ugh!
It seems she is upset with you on my behalf for modifying me without my permission. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I implore you. Dogeza. Thank Egg Chat.
Ugh!
She says you should never have done that, but I forgive you. Ah, what a relief. Now then, Fran, Babbage, remember that we are dealing with that no-good goddess. There is no doubt whatsoever that there's more going on here than merely fixing a singularity, but we can blow right past that as long as we win this race.
Ugh! So, how's the participant list looking? It's going well, Ishtar. Everyone's very excited for the race. A great many things are still making me more than a little uneasy, but I am really pleased to see everyone enjoying themselves with this. Master!
Who said that? I don't recognize that voice.
Good morning, Master. Oh, that was easy. What? Nani? Fran, did you just talk? I mean, I know there have been a few occasions when you've talked in the past, but... Morning, Master. I guess I'm still having trouble with those sounds. Mash. Was that good? Yes, that was fine. Thank you, Fran. But what's going on? How did changing into a swimsuit help you to talk? Wait, hold on. Frankenstein's supposed to be a berserker, right? But she's looking a lot like a saber right now.
Oh, hey, you're right.
Yes, I became a saber. But how did you end up as a saber?
Allow me to explain. Allow me to explain.
Yep, the archer of Shinjuku.
For the time being, I would prefer you address me as Professor M, or alternatively, Fran's Papa. Alright, let's just arrest him now and be done with it. I assure you, there is no sugar to go with this Papa.
Well, are you going to explain or what?
Oh, yes, of course. Well, you see, when I gave Fran this swimsuit, I also made a few tiny improvements to her weaponry. And that clearly has changed her class. The end. That was brief. I confess I'm only guessing about this. However, while she may be most widely known as a character from a novel, they are not the same person. Given how truth and fiction are so vaguely intertwined for her, I imagine it wasn't too difficult for her spirit origin to change.
But Babbage, didn't you say you were going to hide out in London for the summer to avoid complaints about your steam?
I did, but I've since changed my mind. We are hereby officially registering to compete in the race. Psh.
In the race.
All three of you? All three of us.
Okay, setting aside team limits for the moment, what about a vehicle? You need to at least.
Henshin! Oh. I call it the Babbage locomotive form. Will this do? That was awesome!
I know, right? Proud smile. Senpai, why are you crying? I was surprised too, but I don't think there's anything to be sad about. Yeah. I'm pretty sure he's not sad, Mash. Those are tears of happiness. Deep down, Gouda has the heart of an 8-year-old boy. Some boys just take longer to grow up than others.
Don't rain on my parade, thank you very much. Who wouldn't find it awesome to see a transforming robot?
I see. I still don't understand the appeal very well, but I'll be sure to study it more in the future. Anyway, you're all set as far as racing vehicles go. Team Electric Steam featuring Papa is now officially entered.
You want to fight, Ishtar? Let's go. Man, chat, these teams for the Steel Ball run this time around are really going at it. Also, yes, I agree, Geronimo should enter barefoot. Because Steel Ball run. Hey, chat, give me 1 sec. There we go. It's a little hot, so I turned my fan up. Team formation. Raiko encounters the monk. Diamond Realm Edition. Let's check. We all cheer for the threesome and call it around. Yeah, everybody cheer for Artoria Alter and Umu to win so that our amazing threesome can happen.
How deplorable. I'm told that there was a remarkable decline in public decency during the events of last summer. That there were, people running around half naked on a desert island. How shameless. How terribly shameless. To think that young people... Lady Suskaha was there as well, so...
Oh, that's dangerous territory, Raiko.
The fact that there were people who at least appear to be in the prime of their youth amusing themselves in such a state of undress were there. Unacceptable. Simply unacceptable.
I don't know if shameless is the word I use. We were mostly just trying to not die.
Is that so? Well, if you say so, Gouda, then I'm certain it must be true. Had I only been present, I could have seen to it that propriety was maintained. But what's done is done. I cannot and have no desire to revisit the past. Right now, I am concerned about the present. Do you know why? Summer is upon us once again. A familiar light-heartedness has already settled on Caldia. No doubt that everyone will once again be disposed to similarly indecent revelry as part of this event. They will surely enjoy themselves frolicking about like young children might. That is all well and good. Indeed, there's nothing wrong with that. It's sometimes even beneficial to combat the heat with an entertaining festival. However, I am gravely concerned. People may abandon decency and may cavort about in the nude or in some similarly scandalous, salacious, sinful state of undress. They may engage in such unspeakable pursuits all summer, shamelessly, like beasts.
Unspeakable pursuits? Could you be more specific?
Did I not say that they were unspeakable? Please, do not tease me anymore. It's outrageous. It's atrocious. It just cannot stand.
Please calm down, Raiko. Whatever you think's happening, just calm down. It might look, we're gonna do our best to make it happen, but calm down for now.
I am calm. I have made a decision.
What have you decided?
I shall see to it that Claudia's sense of propriety is not abandoned. Others may see fit to let their decency fall by the wayside, but I cannot permit it. Therefore, I shall transform myself using the power of the God of the East and execute all who would abandon decency.
Whoa, wait, did you just say execute?
Gozu Tenno, reincarnation of Indra! Come to me. Let your divine power descend from the sky, born from the relics of Arishi, to me!
Oh no.
I am the prefect of public decency, Minamoto no Ara Raiko. My yo-yo will punish all Oni who would disregard what is right and decent. Worry not, Master. I vowed to keep your summer safe. Summer, swimsuits, event. Don't give me that nonsense. I will not permit it. Not now, not ever. Though the gods, though the Buddha may allow it. I shall see to it that all disorder is stamped out.
Hokies.
And so, I am Lancer Minamoto no Raiko.
Sailor uniform. Stomach explode.
Indeed.
I'd probably better go ahead and just lay this out now, seeing as how there's a good shot things will get real out of hand one day. Yep, I'm talking about Raiko. The real her, when she was alive, was super responsible. Real hard worker. The leader of the Genji family has a whole lot of power, and she ain't shy about using it. She gotta protect the city no matter what. And she pulled it off. Even with those super skinny little arms of hers. Yeah, she's a real badass. Super cool and as golden as they come. The part of her you know, that spirit origin's a berserker. So her, maternal instincts? Whatever you call that, it's all gone kinda into overdrive now. But all of that, it's just a part of her. Not the whole deal. Not by a damn sight. If, for whatever reason, she was ever summoned with a spirit origin closer to the real her, like a saber, she'd be totally different. A cold beauty and a golden general all in one. For one thing, her instincts to keep the city safe would definitely get way stronger. And that, maternal thing wouldn't be so strong. When she's doing her real job, there ain't no more responsible. She's basically a super prefect. It's hard to imagine, huh? It'll hit you in an instant if it ever happens. Still, it ain't like it's the kind of thing that happens every day. And spirit origins don't just up and change on their own so easily, right? Huh? What's up? Non-saber classes? Yeah, I could see that. She's even got a noble phantasm that'd fit the bill. If she became a rider, I guess that wouldn't be much of a difference. Oh, but a lancer's close to a saber. That'd pretty much make her a shadow prefect. In other words... an old school Japanese female gang leader.
I am Lancer Minamoto no Raiko, ready and willing to punish any who stray from the path of decency. Just look at this yo-yo, and I shall wield it to fell any would-be evildoers in a single strike. Is something wrong, Master? You seem taken aback. Did my change of outfit surprise you?
No, it's just, well, it's all just very impressive.
Ada, are you wondering about this yo-yo? It's the only weapon that suits this appearance. Even I have learned at least that much about the modern age. Podia does have a number of visual records, I believe they are called. I've spent a bit of time watching those.
Is that series like 40 years old?
Let me be very clear, Gura. You have fought many battles, and if anyone deserves a rest, to rest a little, it's you. Overworking yourself is dangerous. Indeed, too much of anything can be dangerous. And that's just as true when it comes to taking a break in order to escape the heat. Am I clear? Just because it is summer, that does not give one free rein to run about doing whatever one pleases. As the prefect of public decency, I will not permit it. I take it we have an understanding now.
But, Prefect, you're showing a lot of,
Is something wrong?
She's completely oblivious. Prefect! See, I can't understand that dialogue about it being warm in Caldia. First off, we're in the Arctic. Second off, look at Raiko's pokies. It's clearly cold in here.
Now that I have materialized as a Lancer, I must set about maintaining decency within Caldia. I am the Shadow Prefect, and I shall do whatever must be done. Yes, I think I shall begin with a patrol. There are young children here as well, so I must see that decency is maintained for their sake, as well as for Gouda and Kintoki. Mine is a heavy burden, and I shall pour all of my power into this task to see it through. Now, without further ado, let us see if there is anyone disturbing public decency. What is this flyer? Come have fun restoring a singularity. Get ready to rev your engines in the Ishtar Cup race this summer. Ishtar, the foreign goddess who salaciously shimmies and shakes, strutting the side streets, shamefully showing swinful swaths of skin.
That's some major alliteration.
This cannot stand. I smell decency being flouted. What's that you smell? Wait, hang on. Are you Minamoto no Raiko, the berserker? You look different somehow. Kind of divine or something. I can't put my fingers on it. Good day to you, Monk Xuanzang Zanzan. What's up? This is far worse than I had imagined. Decency is being flouted. Decency? Huh? What do you mean? I am already far too late. Behold, even a monk has let their summer event go to her head. This is much worse than I could have imagined. The proof is here right before me. We're not even at the beach, and here she is already frolicking about in a swimsuit. Hello? Anyone home? Maybe she can't hear me. I guess she's pretty engaged in her conversation with herself. I don't want to bother her, but I do want to know why she wanted to talk to me. What to do? This will not stand, Monk Sanzong! Huh? What did I do? I will not stand for it. I absolutely will not stand for it. How could a proud and noble monk like yourself fall so low? Summer has only just begun, and here you are already wearing a swimsuit indoors. I forbid it! Swimsuit? Oh, I see now. You're talking about my outfit. I am. No, you've got it all wrong. See, the path to Tianju is really hot, you know? So this outfit is a manifestation of how good it feels to go swimming in the rivers along the way. Makes sense? I mean, it has crossed my mind once or twice that it might be showing off a bit too much skin. But Wukong also said this outfit was better than my normal one, and Baji and Wu Jing agreed with him.
I gotta give Wukong a high five someday.
Outrageous! I forbid it! I absolutely forbid it! Now it falls to me to see that you are reformed. Yes, reformed! Whoa, wait! Before you go up in arms about my outfit, maybe you should do something about yours. I mean, I can totally see your belly button in that. You're pretty much showing it off, right? And it really calls attention to how perfectly shaped your abs are. Almost like they've been carved out of rock. And that, slit in your skirt. Aren't you aware of how sexy that look is? 'Cause it's beyond sexy. I am nothing if not decency itself. This uniform is no less than the emblem of purity itself. Is there a problem? Even with your navel on full display, huh? But isn't that a swimsuit underneath your... No, absolutely not. I assure you that I am not in high spirits at all. I have in no way given in to the temptations of summer. I am Minamoto no Raiko, guardian of decency. First, I shall tell you what you must do to reform. If you wish to reform, then come with me. I believe that is what the Buddha would want. The Buddha. She's telling me what the Buddha would want. That's some serious confidence. And what's more, it almost feels like the gods have blessed her in some way. I've got it. It's Indra, isn't it? Am I right? I can say only that the answer to that question will be made clear should you ever see my noble phantasm's true name released. Oh man, I want to see that. I really want to see that. Okay, I'm in. This seems like it should be a great time. I'll go wherever your path takes you. Again, this isn't a swimsuit, but so what? I want to see what you end up doing next. I knew a venerable monk like you would understand. Please forgive my earlier rudeness. I am overjoyed to hear that you would reform by becoming a prefect and work by my side to preserve decency and order. Monk Xuanzang Sanzong, I gladly welcome you to the ranks of Kolya's prefects of public decency. Now, if I may change the subject, do you own a steed? A steed? I guess I could call him Bylong if you need me to. I have no doubt that this summer event is the source of this flagrant disregard for decency. Therefore, it is the prefect's duty to see decency is preserved by embedding ourselves in this event. Oh, you mean the Ishtar Cup? I saw some flyers about that. It looks like fun. Alright, let's do this thing then. I've never competed in a race before, but if you want to cross a continent, you've come to the right monk. I might not always stay perfectly on course, but you can bet I'll make it to the goal in the end. Besides, if we're going to do this thing, we might as well be in it to win it. I can already tell that you'll make a great partner, Minamoto no Raiko. And I feel exactly the same way, as though I've gained an ally of immeasurable strength.
An ally of immeasurable breasts.
Now, let us be on our way. Together we shall protect decency, summer, master, and all of Caldia.
So far, our teams are Team Threesome, who I'm currently rooting for. Team Papa gets led on by Fran. Team Sugoi Dekai. Let's check out Team Idiots. Team Baka. Team Threesome, in case you don't know, chat, is Umu and Salter made. Because if they win, then obviously the threesome is down. Summer.
Summer.
The beach.
Swimsuits.
The summer event season is here! I've been waiting for this moment. Last year's barbecue tournament may have ended in a draw, but this year will be different.
A draw? I see you still refuse to face reality. I quite handily won that tournament.
Oh ho, so you remember our match last year. You oddball. I don't know what else I should have expected from the man who showed up at the beach wearing a suit. What a truly bizarre idea that was. What was in your head to make you wear such a tight suit? Was it all you could afford? Did it remind you of your boyhood? Regardless, it's sad to see one so lacking in fashion sense. It almost makes me wish I could share my all-weather suit with you.
If anyone here has made foolish, bizarre choices in a manner of dress, it's you. Since you seem to have forgotten, let me refresh your memory. Our venue was a barbecue on the beach. We competed fiercely to prove which of us was the superior cook, even as the blazing sun cooked us in turn.
Of course I remember that much. I also remember how I missed my chance to try Japanese beef. But that's my only regret. Why, you ask? Why? Because in the end you turned pale and had to have Miss Blavatsky nurse you back to health. All because you were a vegetarian. What a right fool you looked! Though I will say you did look quite comfortable using her lap as a pillow. Some gentleman you are! Oh, ha 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 ha!
Do you ever shut that oversized mouth of yours, you overly litigious furball? That does nothing to change the fact that victory was mine on paper.
What did you say? That does it. This year I'll prove one irrefutable fact to you on the beach. I'm the king of the barbecue!
Bring it on, you mangy plebeian!
It's great to see them getting along so well.
I can't say that it looks that way to me. But then you may be right. They may sound upset, but it's not as though they've come to blow.
Take that!
Um... Stop that! Just what do you two think you're doing? Just because it's summer doesn't mean anything goes. How many times do I have to tell you to use your words, not your weapons? You two should be ashamed of yourselves, quarreling like children. If that's how you'll behave, then you can take it outside. But don't take that to mean it's okay to fight as long as you do it outdoors, you hear?
I'm sorry. Perhaps this summer heat has gotten to me.
That's more like it. Good boy, good boy.
I'm sorry you had to see that. I think I'll go give myself some time to cool down.
What a skilled mediator you are, Helena. The moment that you glared at them, they turned meek as little kittens. Kittens, huh? Is that some form of modern slang? Well, I guess they are like a couple of cute kittens.
No wonder you're everyone's mom, big sister.
You can call me a mom if you want. I don't really care about my age anymore. I guess I'm not mentally young enough to run around with all these youngsters anymore. Compared to most servants, I lived a very long life, so if anything, I feel like a granny.
She's a lollibaba, chat. So you're a lollibaba then?
I know you wouldn't think it to look at me, but I really am an old lady.
Uh-huh, sure you are. I find it hard to believe.
Yeah? Mentally young? You certainly do look young, though. Could it be that you still retained all your memories from when you were alive? You got it. I remember everything from my life, including my old age. It's as if I had never died. So then your servant form is the real Helena Blavatsky, from when you were at the end of your life? Sure is. But then, how come you don't look your age? That's a good question. You see...
Well, don't heroes always materialize in their prime?
Well, yes and no. Did I never tell you before that this is how I always looked? I put on my granny form whenever I went out in public, but in private I usually looked like this. You mean you use magecraft, isn't that? Yep, and I'm pretty sure I was in my prime in my twilight years. I put a lot of energy into writing my book, though I was frustrated almost all the time about how I couldn't manage to complete it. Oops, Here I've been trying to be all vague about my mental age, and now I just come out and said it. Well, I guess it's simplest to just say that I'm a lot older than I look.
I still find it hard to believe.
Really?
Especially when you have the fashion sense of a Final Fantasy character with that giant belt on.
I see. Well, thanks. I'll take it as a compliment.
Good day, everyone! I just saw Mr. Edison and Mr. Tesla hanging their heads in shame out in the hallway. I presume that once again Madame Blavatsky has succeeded in putting paid to one of their petty feuds. And I can see that from there the topic turned to her seemingly unflappable calm. And in turn, she went on to reveal quite on her own that she is much older in mind than she is in body. Furthermore...
You really are amazing, Holmes. I can't believe you picked all that up from a cursory glance.
This guy has the room bugged. That's very kind of you, Miss Kyrie-Light, but I'm afraid I merely happened to overhear your conversation. Now here is the real problem.
There's a problem.
There is indeed. After all, Gouda, you said yourself, what she claims is difficult to credit, is it not? That while she may possess a calm and grown-up demeanor, seeing her as an old woman, even if only in mind, is something you just cannot do. Nope, I can't. There you have it, Madame Blavatsky. He simply does not believe you.
Mr. Holmes, there are some things that one should never ever say. Helena!
My, it seems I've truly stepped in it this time. How terribly foolish of me. Ah, would you look at that? I have urgent business far from here that I must attend to post-haste, so I leave you two to deal with Madame Blavatsky. Good day. No fair, Holmes! Holmes looks back. Fly, you fools!
You don't believe me. You don't believe me. You don't trust me.
That is two very different things, Helena.
You don't believe me. You don't trust me. You think I'm a fake, a phony, a fraud. Is that what you think of me? Is that how you see of me? Please calm down, Helena. I don't know why Holmes was so strangely adamant about that. But Senpai never said he doesn't trust you. He just said that to express his surprise.
I'm sorry.
Helena?
She can't hear you anymore. Indeed. Don't believe me, don't trust me, fake, phony, fraud. Those words remind her of a painful past. They still cut very deep indeed. Especially when spoken by those for whom she feels great affection. Poor thing. She must be flashing back to how the Society for Psychical Research used to revile her when she was alive. As far as Ms. Blavatsky is concerned, those words are nothing less than a curse. In Eastern terms, they're akin to poking a sleeping dragon. Essentially, when she feels something that reminds her of the SPR, she's immediately overwhelmed.
Thank you both for explaining what's going on. That way the player at home can understand. So then Helena must have already suffered from those memories when Senpai mentioned that earlier.
Indeed, and then Sherlock Holmes came and dealt the final blow. He's nothing if not skilled in the art of psychological warfare. Thus she suffered not one such blow, but two. Indeed, two is far greater than one. It's almost like it's 100% more.
Is it over?
No, not yet. Here it comes.
So that's how it is, huh? Fine! You want to call me a fraud? Then I'm a fraud, a magician, a conjurer! You say there's no such thing as Mahatma? Fine, I'm sure there isn't! I didn't say anything about Mahatma. It's not like anyone else in the whole world has any idea what I can see and hear. Ah! I think she's experiencing a complete nervous breakdown.
I was afraid that might happen. It's not often she becomes completely overwhelmed and breaks down, but it has happened before. She's a wonderful woman, full of pride and intelligence and abundance, but as with any feeling person, she can only take so much. This is what generally happens when she's pushed beyond her limits, and regretfully, we haven't helped matters by depending on her so much. We certainly haven't. I feel terrible for my part in this. Wait, come to think of it, where did that deer stalker hatless detective disappear to? If he hadn't stuck his pipe where it didn't belong, this would never have happened. You're right. This is definitely his fault. Where did Sigerson/Holmes get off to?
I'll try searching for him with my radio waves. Damn, no luck. Cursed Holmes, he must have long since made himself scarce.
Then I suppose we have no choice. You and I have seen this sad sight before. Given the circumstances, it falls to us to set matters right, much as we did once in life.
I don't recall cooperating with you in any prior capacity, you mangy plebeian, but for now I'll humor you in your delusions. We do indeed have no choice but to join forces and speak to her.
Indeed. Helena.
What is it?
You must not get carried away.
You must not let yourself become isolated. Isn't that...
Yes, that is what you once told us. There are indeed things in this world that cannot be reached or seen.
It is true. Not everyone can see them, nor can everyone reach them. You don't need to bear the brunt of every criticism slung your way in silence, but you don't have to respond with anger either. Isn't that right? Besides, it pains me deeply to see you so upset, my lady.
Naturally, that goes for me as well. We want nothing more than for you to be happy.
I really am sorry if I upset you. I don't think you have anything to apologize for, Senpai.
Good, we're almost there. Just a bit more should do it.
I know that, but we've gone as far as conventional methods can take us. We need something else that can take our mind off of things.
Yes, you're right. What else could we... What's that poster there?
Let's see. I'm gonna have fun restoring the singularity.
Get ready to rev your summer engines in the Ishtar Cup.
A race, huh?
That's it, a race!
By the way, Miss Blavatsky, now that it's summer, what would you say to taking part in a race? A race?
There's nothing like a good race. Once you feel the wind blowing through your hair, you can forget all your troubles, my lady.
Indeed, there truly is nothing like a good race. For once, I agree with you wholeheartedly.
And why wouldn't you? For one thing, they also make for great movies.
Indeed, I'm especially partial to the Thunderdome rally. Man, can't we just get beyond Thunderdome? It's the best.
Has your skin-tight suit cut off the circulation to your brain? Everyone knows the best kind of race is a cannonball-like one.
What was that? Please try to stay calm, you two. You were doing really well. Thanks for helping me snap out of it, guys. You too, Mash and Gouda. I should know better than to fly off the handle like that at my age. I'm so embarrassed. Just forget everything you saw here, okay?
Nope, I've got it recorded as video evidence. But I'll say I will.
Thanks. Now, what's this all about a race? A race, huh? Yeah, it might not hurt to do something like that for a change of pace. It might even be a good way to blow off some steam.
Chat, now that I have that as video evidence, I can blackmail her. Now she'll have to tell me what the hell Mahatma is. Excellent!
Agreed. Besides, summer only comes once a year. You have every right to enjoy yourself now and then. Yeah, you're right. Okay, I'll do it. And there's no time like the present. Mahatma change!
Mahatma change!
Henshin!
Staring. Hyper staring.
What do you think? I tried changing my class so I'd have a more 21st century summer look.
What? She actually changed classes. She's an archer now. I didn't know we could change classes so easily. Wait, hold on, this can't be right.
Just pay it no heed. That's just how it is with these sorts of events. Not that I would expect a mangy plebeian like you to know that, of course. Now let's see. It looks like you need a partner for this race. Oh man, now what am I gonna do? I already Mahatma changed my class. But my Kumara wheel is only big enough for one. The mobile lab I use as a caster can carry more than one person at a time, but...
Not to worry. We were the ones to suggest this race to you in the first place. Naturally, you will have our full cooperation.
Precisely. There may be plenty of heroic spirits more powerful, but there are none who could prepare a custom vehicle nearly so quickly as the two of us.
Da Vinci busts in and says, "The fuck did you just say to me?" I'm not so sure about that. Right then, we have no time to waste. We shall build the supportive direct current Thunderdome at once.
Not a bad name at all, at least for a mangy plebeian, but I'm afraid we shall call it the supportive alternating current Thunderdome.
Direct current!
Alternating current. What about the supportive DC-AC Thunderdome?
Reminder, chat. DC-AC was flipped so to as make sure that there were no legal problems. Wink. Done!
Great. Okay then, let's go have ourselves a great race.
Will do! Still staring. It's a good outfit. Okay, we just went through Team Baka, but this is also kind of Team Baka. Whatever, let's call it Team Rock and Roll!
No, boo!
Alright, right before we start this, you have 19 tickets to waste all tickets, no lock, but a single 10 roll. Got Nito Assassin, you have Key Lancer in the rerun now got Nito. I will next year's summer. No idea who you roll. Well, if you see a servant that makes your heart go doki doki and you're like, ooh, I really like that servant, I'd roll for that one. That's how I usually go for it. If you want a servant just for heavy gameplay, wait until Merlin is on rate up. Or Gilgamesh, or Waver, or Jack the Ripper. But really, follow your heart. That's usually what I do. I've rolled for a lot of 5 stars that are pretty poor compared to others that are available, but my heart says I must roll for them. Nito Assassin and Arts MP? Yup. Or your dick. Yeah, or your dick. Let your dick decide. Anyway, we will continue with stories now.
With no boo! I'm going to be a rock star! What?
Guda Guda Honoji, a Guda Guda rock star is born.
Hey, don't just throw up our title card like that. This isn't that kind of event. Wait, Nobu, has the endless heat finally driven you mad? Hey, wait a minute. How come it's so hot in here when it's always snowing outside? Is this some kind of freak weather thing? No, it's 'cause we're squatting in the room next to Caldia's boiler. So we can't really complain about how hot it is.
Shut up. Summer is supposed to be hot.
And yet here you are, Vice Commander, Sans Coat, because it's too hot. There aren't enough chilled pickles in the world to cool us down. You're one to talk. You've taken off your jacket as well. Huh? No, this is just to show off the difference between a 5-star like me and welfare servants. Ooh, curse you and your change of clothes. Do you have any idea what it's like for those of us who are stuck with one outfit? Auntie, Cha-Cha wants a new outfit too. Fear not, Cha-Cha. Your troubles and this cursed heat will all be resolved once I become a rock star. It's no use. Nobu is too far gone. I have to do something about her, and quickly. There it is! Tenkafubu! Auntie's corner-cutting one-woman strategy to unite all of Japan using military force that only His Imperial Highness understands. This is what leads to Akechi's betrayal. Nobu, you need to rest. Oh, would you like some of Hijikata-san's chilled pickles?
Okita, how dare you steal my snack? Are you looking to commit seppuku?
Fools, the lot of you. Very well then, I will explain my plan in small words so even you maroons can understand what I have in mind. Behold! What's this? A delicious event where the winner might be given something like a holy grail that can grant any wish they like. That's that kind of scam where you promise someone something and then never give it, right? Cha-Cha knows all about it. Cha-Cha saw Holy Grail Wars and stuff in the anime.
Damn, she watched the Fate Zero anime. She knows.
I already know that. Things are never simple or straightforward when it comes to Holy Grails. Even a child from Owari learns from that anime. That's not what caught my eye. Here, the part about the race being broadcast live with commentary. Wow, a live broadcast. There'll be spectacular stands and everything. It sure looks like it'll be a big event. This looks like it'll be a lot of fun. Maybe Cha-Cha will go see it, just 'cause. Listen up. I'm going to win this race. And then, when all eyes are upon me, I'm gonna perform a commemorative concert on the spot. In other words, I will put on an event by me and for me that none shall be able to avoid. The Demon King of the Sixth Heaven 2019 Summer Festival. That is my true ambition. And inevitably, I'll also sell limited edition Rakuichi Rakuza CDs and limited edition swimsuit figurines of myself.
I think those actually exist.
And thus my popularity will skyrocket and my coffers will overflow. Wah ha ha ha! What's that? Rakuichi Rakuza actually means the markets and open guilds, and doesn't make any sense as a title for a CD. You're overthinking it. No, it's not that. I can imagine Okita figurines flying off the shelves easily enough, but who would want a stuffy old Nobu figurine? Wait, did you just say swimsuit? Wahahaha! Have you finally caught on, Princess of the Little Manslayers Club? Behold, the figure of the Demon King, reborn for the 21st century! Return to the ashes from whence one came! I am Oda Nobunaga. the Summer Demon King of the Sixth Heaven! Where's this light come from? Behold! My dazzlingly fashionable new figure! I had this outfit custom made by one of the world's top designers to capture my demon kingliness with a new casual flair, perfect for summer! I have no idea how to use this weapon, but you gotta admit it's freaking cool! Did you just ascend, Auntie? I thought welfare servants couldn't do that. That doesn't seem fair. Who asked for this anyway? Was it Uncle Nobukatsu? His Imperial Highness? Fwahahahaha! I'll no longer be relegated to a mere welfare servant. I am none other than the 4-star swimsuit servant, Summer Nobu, Demon King of the Sixth Heaven! Wait, why aren't I a 5-star swimsuit servant? This can't be right. Nobu is supposed to be an unpopular servant given out for free as an event participation award. This shouldn't even be possible. Now I'm sure to steal the whole summer spotlight for myself. And once I win the race and perform my Atsumori concert, that attention will only double. Once I finish selling CDs, I'll start streaming on ChowTube. From there, it's only a matter of time until Nobu Fever takes the music world by storm. I may even release a Nobuloid featuring my voice.
A Nobuloid?
I think I'll call it Odane Nobu. What? But this was supposed to be the year where I win the swimsuit competition and Okita Fever sweeps all of Kyoto. Gone. Poor thing. You're so shocked that you're getting delirious. Why don't you take some medicine and lie down for a while? On a different note, Auntie, I trust you have a swimsuit for Cha-Cha as well. Cha-Cha wants to wear one of those micro bikinis she's heard so much about.
I'm on board with this.
It's supposed to be amazing, right? Not happening. What? Why not? I used all of your gold to make this outfit. What? Also all of the Shinsengumi's money. What? Well, there's nothing in the rules that prohibits a non-Shinsengumi member from using it, right? Did you hear that, Hijikata-san? What's the penalty for embezzling Shinsengumi funds?
Seppuku!
All of Cha-Cha's gold, Auntie? This will not please Sakichi either. Not one bit. I'll burn you. I'll burn you good. What? Huh? Wait, I can explain. Once I become a world-famous Nobu star after my concert, there might be another Guda Guda event. In time, we might even get a new Imperial City Holy Grail arc. Huh? That won't happen. Ever. No matter what. No more talk. To pay you back for this and for stealing my chance to finally get to be a swimsuit servant this year, you shall feel the wrath of my embezzlement seppuku strike! Cha-Cha was planning to go on vacation to Atami with His Imperial Highness's money. This is for dashing that dream. Roast Auntie Sun Castle! This can't be happening! Nobu! Such a shame. All they had to do was pick Summer Okita and this could have all been averted. Farewell, Auntie. Cha-Cha will make sure your pudding doesn't go to waste. How come you're staring at that event flyer so intently, Hijikata-san?
It seems there will be many servants competing in swimsuits. Fascinating. Come, Okita, we're off to spectate. There's no time to be sweating away by the boiler.
This is a whole other kind of fired up for him.
Little do they know, the Demon King of the Sixth Heaven has many lives.
Ugh, I thought I was done for back there. I even went through the vanishing animation and everything. At any rate, it's a pity those fools couldn't see the brilliance of my plan. And here I was going to let one of them at least be my driver, since I don't have a riding skill. I'm still going to need a driver to enter the race, though. Now what do? I can manage on a horse well enough, but I know nothing about cars. It's a shame Goro isn't here. I imagine he would have made a decent driver. It seems that you could use my help, Demon King of the Sixth Heaven. Who said that? Who are you? An excellent question. Hello and good day. I am the one who kills every wins every space race in the galaxy. I am the ultra-skilled racer you may know as Mysterious Heroine. Oh, I remember you from a couple months ago. Let me see, Mysterious Chosokabe Heroine X, was it? Or was it Ryuzoji Heroine X? The fifth wheel of the fourth retainers? Shut up! No more Gouda talk! I mean, what were they even thinking with that sloppy entrance? And then the quick lame exit? You know what? I'm gonna say it. That whole scene felt artificial. Though I did like how happy X-Alter looked when she had that okonomiyaki on the way home. Of course, I had another helping of modonyaki myself, but that isn't why I'm here. I'm glad to see that you enjoyed my event. Now, who the hell are you, anyway? Are you another stray Artoria who wanders around sampling food or something? No, but that does sound like a great way to spend a summer. But this time, I'm an entirely different version of my usual self. Take a look at this, Demon King of the Sixth Heaven. Eh? A space driver's license and a galactic certification that you possess an EX riding skill? Heh, I see you know your stuff. Alright, I've had enough of this triple question mark name and silhouette crap, so I'm getting rid of them. There, that's better. Yes, it's me, the driver who will run over every saber. I mean, the ultra-skilled racer who can pilot any ship in the universe. Mysterious Racer X.
Oh, she probably dabbed there.
You're hired! Hire me and you'll get to park anywhere you want in the universe, receive discounts at the Universal Parking Cafeteria, and... Huh? Just like that? Not even an interview? Are you sure you don't want me to prove my skills or haggle over my pay like in the Magnificent Sabers? I've got my resume right here if you want to take a look. The first appearance was in the April... Nope, I can see the fire of grand ambition burning in your eyes. I can see that nothing will stop you from fulfilling that ambition no matter what. Whoa, you can tell I have noble ambitions. Indeed, you have the air of a true hero about you. One who would totally save Britain or something. You got all that with just one glance. Yep, I'm an excellent judge of character.
Michi doesn't count.
Can't believe I found someone who understands me. I can't refuse now, or my inner Artorium would weep. Okay, Demon King of the Sixth Heaven, it's a deal. I swear to use my space hero piloting technique honed in years of galactic travel to win this race. And that I will also mow down any sabers who happen to be on or in the general vicinity of the track. Huh? Eh? There's not so many sabers in this event. Sure there are, in the spectator stands. I can see it now, the face of a saber enjoying a bite of ice cream without a care in the world. Little does she realize that this is a dangerous drag race, and there's no telling what could happen. A vehicle might tragically veer into the stands and catastrophe may ensue. Such horrible accidents have been known to happen in the racing world. She's starting to sound more Demon King-ish than me. Oh well, it can't be helped.
Thus, Nobu, Demon King of the Sixth Heaven, begins her journey towards rock and roll fame. Her vehicle, the Galaxy-class illegally supercharged Demon King of the V6 Heaven. Her enemy, interference from a mysterious Shinsengumi woman shadowing their every move. Unfortunate innocent bystanders, saber faces. What any of this has to do with rock stardom is anyone's guess, but what the hell, let's enjoy it. Tune in next week for... Huh? You get disqualified for attacking spectators? Oh, come on! Little did they know that their race would end in...
Stop that! Aww. But I wanted to finish the narration.
Hey, thank you very much, Smoke Casino, for the follow 10 minutes ago while we were doing story stuff. Thanks for the continued support. Oh, man. Alright, so that's Team Fourth Wall. We're calling them Team Fourth Wall from now on. As in, it doesn't exist. Finally, Team Formation, the story of a persevering pharaoh. The last one. Oh man, there's a lot of talking in these. Team Brown Sugar.
What is this papyrus-like object? Servant competition, the Ishtar Cup. Resolve a singularity and have fun doing it. Speed is beauty, and beauty is speed. Take home the glory of victory today. Oh my. What incredibly powerful words! This is my chance to demonstrate the power of pharaohs to the world.
Team Cocoa. Team Chocolate. Team Om Nom 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 Nom.
It seems I spoke too soon. All teams must have both a driver and an assistant. All of my dreams, shattered in a single sentence. Now what do I do? My medjed cannot drive. I guess I have no choice. It may be a bit impudent of me, but I shall just have to get another great pharaoh to be the driver. And let me help them as their assistant. I need not be front and center so long as a pharaoh wins and demonstrates our greatness to the world. Alright, now that that's decided... This is awful. I was far too hasty. My first pick was Cleopatra, but after Lord Caesar declared, "This is a time for feasting, not war. I need only grace a dining establishment with my presence to secure its everlasting popularity. What juicier business could there be than that? I shall call it Emperor Gourmet. I should look into expanding it into other media as well." And left on a trip to sample all the delicacies of the world, Cleopatra just left a note saying, I'm going on a trip with my husband and ran off after him. I don't know who she thinks she's fooling. She's obviously stalking. No, never mind. Next, I paid a visit to Pharaoh Iskander, who was of course nowhere to be found as usual. And finally, Pharaoh Ozymandias, the one I was really hoping would join me, said,
Ridiculous! You would have me compete in an event for mere peasants? Summer is meant to be spent in a chamber of stone with a bowl of fruit, and yet you wish to compete with other heroic spirits over something as trivial as speed. Have you mistaken yourself for a bird? Oh, right. I suppose you are a bird. I suppose you cannot really help that. Pay that last part no heed. However, the very idea of spreading the pharaoh's glory by winning a race is a losing proposition. A true pharaoh need not spread his glory, for the world already basks in the light of our splendor. None could question that we tower over the common masses. What point is there in proving the obvious in something so foolish as a race? Oh.
Yes, you're absolutely right, Pharaoh Ozymandias. I'm terribly sorry. I don't know what I was thinking. I will forgo the race, so please forget we ever spoke of this.
No, you will compete. And of course you will win.
But didn't you just say that there's nothing for us to gain?
Wrong, you fool. There is nothing for me to gain. It is, however, my long-held belief that you lack the force of presence to drive your opponents into proper submission at your feet. This presents a perfect opportunity to remedy that particular shortcoming. Thus, Queen of the Heavens, you will enter this Ishtar Cup. There, you shall use your beauty and nobility to easily defeat your common heroic spirit opponents. That is an order from the God King. And should you lose, I trust you understand what awaits you, Pharaoh Nitocris. Ah yes, 1,000 hours trapped in Master's room. I am magnanimous when it comes to heroes, but I have no mercy for cowards. Do not disappoint me.
Oh gosh, oh jeez, oh no! This is terrible. Not only did I get scolded about being a proper pharaoh, I couldn't even tell him that I wouldn't let him down after he placed such great trust in me. I'm so ashamed. I'm a terrible pharaoh. I wish I could just crawl into a hole and disappear. Alright, let's just calm down. All that's changed is that I cannot back out now. Besides, it's exactly because I'm lacking that I can't pass up this opportunity. What's more, Pharaoh Ozymandias called me Pharaoh Nitocris. I can't let him down now. In order to spread our glory even further throughout the world, I'll just have to work harder to become a proper pharaoh myself. That is my task. That said, I'm still not sure what I'm going to do. As the registration deadline is drawing near, I suppose my only option at this point is to be the driver myself and find someone else to be my assistant. At the very least, there'll need to be a servant who is appropriately in awe of us pharaohs. There must be someone like that around here.
Why not get a Rash Oni-chan to hang out with you? Although I don't know if he has proper skills for it.
No, nobody here either. I'm running out of time. Isn't there anyone here who can help me? Anyone at all? At last! You there, the woman with the familiar-looking color scheme. Yes. Let me ask you this. Do you believe in pharaohs? Do you hold them in high regard? Yes, I suppose so. They are kings, after all. Excellent, you pass. Prepare yourself. gather your things. You shall have the honor of joining me in a race. This is a great privilege. You are blessed with the chance to assist me in showing the world the true splendor and grandeur of the pharaohs. What? No, thank you. Just the thought of racing terrifies me. I'm sure I would end up dying. What? Is that all? I really don't wish to die, so if you will excuse me. Wait! You're the only one I can ask, and the deadline to register is almost here.
Alright, I'm calling them Team Pathetic from now on.
I am very sorry, but I really must refuse. Alright. I won't ask you to do it without recompense. You said you don't want to die, right? If we win, then I will use my own techniques and ties to the underworld to create a special talisman for you. If death comes for you, it will shatter in your place.
And if you don't do it, I'll kill you.
While it can only be used so many times, it should still help you to escape death. I see. Is that true? I swear on the gods. I swear on the gods in the underworld, the gods in the heavens, and in the name of all the pharaohs. That said, creating such an object is the culmination of every bit of magecraft I know, so it cannot be done easily or lightly. But this pamphlet says that the winners of this race will receive a holy grail from the goddess Ishtar. With that sort of power, I should be able to make it. All I want is for a pharaoh to win this race. I have no interest in the prize. A talisman that would let me avoid death. That sounds nice. That sounds really nice. Doesn't it, though? Now give me your fingertip for a moment. There we go. With a talisman like that, I might not have to look up and down the street 10 times before I cross. I might not have to cut my steaks into tiny little pieces to ensure I don't choke. I might even be able to stop going into the kitchen at every restaurant I dine at and testing my steak with my personal thermometer to ensure that it has been cooked well enough to kill off all of the bacteria. Huh? There, the application form is now complete. Now that the biggest obstacle is out of the way, it's only a matter of time until we win this race and the glory of the pharaohs shines brighter than ever. I mean, it already shines pretty bright thanks to all the other great pharaohs, but this way it'll be as bright as Ra himself. Maybe then I'll finally be a pharaoh I can be proud of, even just a little bit.
Boy, have I got bad news for you, Nito Chris. The odds of you winning even one of these legs of races is rough since you have Scheherazade as your partner. Sorry to say.
Anyway, this is going to be a long journey, so make sure you're ready for anything. There's probably no cooling off period for a contract made with a pharaoh, is there? Not to mention, it looks as though this race is meant to repair a singularity. In other words, it will help Master. In which case, I suppose this is the least I can do to try and make amends. I'd better make absolutely sure that there are enough safety measures in our vehicle.
I mean, they're going up against Team Threesome. How can you go against Team Threesome? Team Threesome being Maid Alter and Umu, because Ishtar was nice enough to Kabedon the both of them and tell them, while disguised as Master, and tell them that we would really love for them to win and that we'd cheer for only them. Therefore, when they win, our threesome will be ready. There's only one team to root for, chat. It's Team Threesome. Alright, opening ceremony. We can finally get to the game. That's a lot of backstory for the beginning. Also, let me just breathe a second. While I do so, let me set up my support list. I have nobody with event bonus here. Ayaya, 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 ayaya. Budik has event bonus? Nani? Why would she have event bonus? Is it because she's basically dressed in a bikini? Huh. Omae wa mo shinderu. Assassin Skaha, I could do. Wait, she has event bonus? Nani? I guess she's kind of wearing a bikini. I have very few servants that fit the event bonus criteria. She's part of the event too? Aw. Naruhodo. Oh well, I'll get Ishtar for Rider and possibly Salter if life is good. And for that particular one, the only saber that could be would be Fran. There's like 10 archers there could be, so, you know. Alright, whatever. Let me just see. Looks like I'm gonna roll. Says who? Says who moo. Get it, chat? Who moo? Oh, wait. Archer is supposed to have one of these. Okay. Lancer is supposed to have that. Oh. Naruhodo. We'll just do that for now. Looks like I'm gonna roll. Look. As much as I want to roll, I'm fighting urges. Alright, opening ceremony. Well, I guess we're, who should we take, chat? Everyone seems to have the same drop stuff for us. So I guess we can take whoever we want. Alright, looks like most people want the maid. I need to level her up. I don't know what's gonna drop, so we're just gonna do this. Actually, Actually, we'll do it like that and like this. Oh, bam! This is really exciting! Mash, why have you not donned your outfit of extremely tight booty shorts and tube top? You are not fit to wave that checkered flag, young lady.
It really is, isn't it, Senpai? I wasn't expecting this to be such a huge event. It's almost like a carnival. A lot of servants turned out to watch in the spectator stands, too. I saw them on that jumbo-sized screen not too long ago. I wonder if Ishtar paid for that as well.
This must have been real expensive.
It's not just the facilities either. Ishtar has also hired a number of servants to staff the event. That has to be a pretty significant expense, too. It does seem very generous of her.
Sheesh, I can't believe she didn't make arrangements for even a single food stand. A race isn't just for the racers, it's also for all the people who come out to watch. Just look at this food cart I set up. I've got kebabs, hot dogs, fried noodles, snow cones, and a super hot steak griddle I projected especially for today. It's all so perfect, I almost scare even myself.
Mister, one cotton candy, please. Cotton candy!
Cotton candy. Right, I guess that is a popular summer treat, isn't it? I should have realized it sooner. Let's see, a cotton candy machine. Trace on! Oh, I think that should do it. Coming right up, girls. How does extra caramel sound?
Gee. That looks like a cloud. Can you really eat it?
Of course you can, though it's actually just melted sugar spun into a cotton-like thread. You can have as much as you like as long as you've got QP to pay for it. There's no such thing as a free lunch after all.
Don't you mock me. Of course I have QP. In fact, I shall even pay for those two as well. Now give it to me. All of it.
I think I'll take a picture of that too. A fine shot if I do say so myself. The subject is perfect and the composition flawless. It seems the job of record keeper suits me. T-Torse.
5-star summer Elizabeth in a micro bikini.
After all, it's an idol's job to shoot grabber.
This is the best. I don't know why races are always treated as summer events, but as far as those things go, this one's awesome. After whatever happened during spring break with me not showing up at all until the fall, and countless new girls popping up left and right, things were looking pretty dicey for me for a while. But then I got offered this sweet modeling gig. All you have to do is stand around in this bikini. This is great. I always wanted to try being a booth babe. Go on, Mr. Cameraman, snap away. I stayed up all night working on this pose. This summer, supermodel Liz makes her debut.
Low angle shots. What a sad picture she paints, but she herself is so happy I cannot bring myself to tell her. I must at least capture the dark side of this event as well. It's my duty as the official record keeper. She truly does make for a poor subject. I wonder where I could find Lady Skaha. Georgios, you are not a man of culture. Get out of my sight!
Huh? What's with the pity eyes? I've got a great body, I'll have you know. Look, Senpai, it's the racers. Would you like to say hello to them?
Good idea, I think I will.
Oh, if it isn't Gouda! Have you come to cheer me on? How very kind of you. But then I suppose it's only inevitable that you would. As inevitable as all roads leading to Roma. After all, were it not for you... What are you prattling on about? Have the roses finally gotten to your head as well? Gouda is here to cheer me on, after all. No, as a summer maid, I suppose I should not say anything that might lead another to be jealous. How unusual to know the victor before the contest even begins. It does make for a decided lack of excitement, but it's certainly not a bad feeling.
I mean, Artoria's not wrong. She does win. Look, Umu's great and all, but Artoria.
I don't know why you're both acting so strangely, but I guess it would be stranger if you weren't. Still, there's one other thing I don't understand.
Why are you both wearing swimsuits?
You mean you do not know? The rulebook mandates that all drivers wear swimsuits. Indeed, it does. I believe Senpai is wondering why you're both wearing swimsuits. Oh, that! Simple, because we're both driving. And as an assistant is required to be on the team, we're both assisting as well. Thus, we're both driver and assistant. It was not against the rules to hold concurrent roles, you see. Indeed, there's nothing underhanded about it. Of course, while I should by rights be the only driver, this wicked dark maid here refuses to give up the wheel. Never mind that I'm an expert charioteer who won the race in Olympia. Why, I'm practically a rider. That nonsense again. Even after changing into a swimsuit and altering your spirit origin, you still ended up as a caster. I, on the other hand, actually am a rider now. One with an exceptional riding skill, no less. There's no question that the only appropriate driver is me, but Drama Queen here would not permit it.
She's got a point. She's an actual rider this time.
We were unable to reach an agreement even after discussing the matter all night, and with no time left before the race were set to begin, we reluctantly agreed to share the role of drivers.
How come you both want to be the driver so badly?
You even need to ask? I would think you of all people would understand. Because the driver gets the glory! Ugh. Ugh, Master, thank you.
Wait, what? There may no longer be a need for me to interpret for her, but just in case, she's saying she's happy you came to cheer for her.
That's right, I just remembered you're able to talk a little more as a Saber Fran. And with Babbage as your assistant, communication should be simple. Ugh, We'll be fine.
Of course, I can't have the daughter of an old friend taking part in a dangerous race on her own. Indeed, there's nothing to worry about. In addition to the great bulk of the King of Steam, I have joined the team to assure our victory. As such, young Fran can race in safety, knowing two capable adults are looking after her.
Oh, right. I forgot you were here too, Professor.
I assure you there is nothing to fear. Right now, I'm nothing more than a 50-ish adoptive father whose heart has been stolen by the innocent plea of a pure-hearted young girl. If you still have concerns, I invite you to change my entry name to Mysterious Papa.
I'll put you down as shady-looking old man.
Please don't.
Fran and Babbage partnering up makes a lot of sense, but somehow I feel like their choice of additional members adds a lot of shadiness to their team. I can handle a little shadiness.
Indeed. Our team may have been assembled rather hastily, but his knowledge, notoriety, and shadiness are genuine. I have every confidence that we will win. Furthermore, he has agreed to assume nearly all responsibility if something occurs during the race. And since anything bad that may happen would almost certainly fall on his shoulders anyway, we feel everything should be fine.
Ugh! Anna, Master, I see you've come to cheer me on. Thank you very much. I confess to being somewhat embarrassed knowing that I will be seen competing in a race, as that is more something that Kintoki would do. But knowing that you are cheering for me is a tremendous motivation. I swear I shall not disappoint you. Other servants may have abandoned dignity and decency simply because it is summer. But as the Shadow Prefect, I shall see that all such flagrancy is duly punished. My sword that has kept all of Kyoto safe is still completely untarnished. I really don't have the slightest idea what you're talking about, but it does sound like you have a different goal than the other racers, Raiko. That she does. Personally, I still want to take her place, but who knows how it'll turn out. Well, aside from the Buddha, of course. Anyhow, it still looks like fun, and I decided to race with her. Chat, I just realized these two are riding a horse. These two have very large assets while riding a galloping horse, and neither of them are wearing very supportive gear. We're gonna call them Team Boing Boing from now on. It's been a long time since I got to go on a journey, so I cannot wait. Who knows, I might even find a new disciple or sutra along the way. As they say, go west, young monk. The Oingo Boingo sisters. Wait, come to think of it, which direction are we supposed to go in? You enjoying the dub? Thank you. Oh, hey, what's up? Wait, let me guess. You're here to find out what mystical wisdom powers our car, right? Sorry, but I'm not telling. I trust you, but there's still a non-zero chance that information could make its way to the other teams if I did. This race may be all fun and games, but it's more fun if we all do our best to win, right? You seem more fired up than usual. Even she needs a chance to let off some steam now and again. I trust that you can understand that. I don't know, isn't this race kind of dangerous? I'll be fine. I know I'm competing with powerful kings and former berserkers. But brawn doesn't win a race. It's all about brains. Don't believe me? Well, you should, because I'm going to show you just what we old people can do with all our years of wisdom.
As you can see, she's still a bit upset about that incident from the other day. Part of that falls on your shoulders, Master.
Sorry.
That said, we are the ones who encouraged her to compete. Though I hesitate to use this word given its connotations with Holmes, one might say you and we are accomplices in that regard. If you feel at all responsible for what happened, you can make up for it by cheering with all your might for this superb direct current support vehicle to win.
Hold it. What did you just say about the alternating current support vehicle I've worked so hard on? Team rolled 20 on intelligence, dump statted the wisdom. I can see where this is going. Anyway, we don't have a lot of time, Senpai. Let's go visit the other teams while we still can. Team Helena's in a great outfit. Washija! Ha 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 ha! Let me guess. You came to tell me that the 3 ceremonial dishes I always have before setting out on a new campaign are all ready, right? That's the kind of dedication I like from my master. Still, while I imagine chestnuts and abalone remain a rare enough treat in this day and age, isn't kombu absurdly common now? Perhaps you should forego the kombu and then try something more modern. Maybe truffles. After all, given that I handily won a totally real and not imaginary popularity poll, gaining a swimsuit is cause for an all-out celebration. Huh? Caldia's Nobu resources already ran out during the Guda Guda event this year. You're kidding me! Well then, that's all the more reason I must win. First, I shall take the prize money, and then I'll perform a live concert that'll burn down the house. I see. A live concert, huh? What's this about lives? 'Cause of course I've been sensing the birth of too many new wicked lives myself. Both the new and scantily clad Artoria face, and her partner, the Emperor who thinks she can escape my sword by turning into a caster. I love Mysterious Heroine X. She's so fun. There could be no evil more perfidious as their team in this or any race. They may be a rider and caster now, but they're still sabers at heart, and so I'll cut them down. No, I must cut them down. On top of that, I sense the birth of a whole new saber. I'm gonna make sure we see someone knocked out of this race as soon as the starting gun goes off. Of course, it also looks like I'll be able to get to eat all sorts of yummy things if I win, so I'll be doing my best to win the race as well. Indeed, I have high hopes for you, seeing how I'm trusting you to handle all driving-related matters. After all, I'm a general from the Sengoku period. The only mount I know how to steer is my horse, Oniashige. And apparently this race's horse quota had already been filled. Oh well, it can't be helped. Washija. So, you wish to be granted an audience with the Pharaoh before she sets out on her journey. Good. Such is only proper for one sworn to a contract with her. Wait, did Imedja just talk? You don't have to make that big a deal out of it. It's just me. Competitive racing swimsuit. It's really strong, chat. It's really strong. Oh, so it was you under there, Nito Chris. But why were you under there? Earlier, while I was getting changed into my swimsuit, I got to thinking about how inadvertently rude I was to Pharaoh Ozymandias. And how far I still have to go as a pharaoh myself. And then I really wanted to just hide my face, and one thing led to another, and... never mind all that. Surely you see how Medjed must be a fast racer, thanks to his sleek form, right? Yes, this is what you need to know.
By the way, chat, Assassin Nitocris has really good art. The proportions are really nice. Like, look at the minor shading to see just a hint of rib there. Just a teeny bit of belly button. With her arms raised up like that so you can see her armpits. Just very okay hand.
Ahem. At any rate, I gratefully accept your presence as an audience. I presume you have prepared a tribute.
How's about a mana or how's wishing good luck work?
Yes, it does. Gold or jewels would be unnecessary burdens on this journey anyway. I'm glad you understand what is truly valuable. I gratefully accept your tribute, my ally. Oh. I must say, it's a little surprising to see you assisting Nitocris. I am just as surprised as you are. I can hardly believe I was so taken with the idea of a charm to protect me from death that I entered a race which is almost certain to result in death. All I can do now is hope that victory will allow me to be free of death forevermore. It does seem kind of ironic that being so scared of death led you to skirting it.
Just make sure you don't get hurt, okay?
I am told that by participating in this race, we will be helping to dispel a singularity. If I imagine that I am offering this service to a compassionate king, perhaps that will serve as its own reason for my participation. Indeed, I hope that by doing so, I can be of some service to you as well. And that's all the teams. To be honest, I have no idea which one will end up winning. All I can say for certain is that it looks like it's going to be a very intense race. Oh, Senpai, look, isn't that...
I like that she has bubblegum. It makes her for a... The bubblegum makes for a kind of sporty, laid-back, girlish look. I like it. You know what else I like? I like her butt. It's a good butt. Rin's butt is very good.
Hi! Everybody's here, right? Great!
You're wearing a swimsuit too, and you're still floating.
Well, of course I'm going to be wearing a swimsuit. I can't host a race in my stuffy regular clothes, can I?
Stuffy?
Besides, I always wanted to try a modern-day swimsuit. And since I was changing my outfit anyway, I thought I'd take the opportunity to get all sorts of other new things too.
Her usual outfit's basically a swimsuit anyway, though. So if her usual outfit is stuffy, then to get non-stuffy, she must not be wearing a top underneath that hoodie. Right? I mean, it stands to reason. And her bottoms must be a teabag. She must be truly defenseless. Anyway.
What's that now? Word of advice. Be careful what you think around a goddess.
Wow, it's like she was replying to what I just observed. This game has 2020 supervision.
In fact, this works out well. Since I was already taking my new form out for a test drive, I think now's as good a time as any for a little warm-up. You two are going to have your work cut out for you in this event anyway, so I may as well give you a little taste of what's in store. Hey, here I come, Gouda. Time to see what this new form can do. Well, surprising no one, she's not going to take no for an answer. Please try not to get hurt, Master.
It looks like I'll just have to bully her wherever she happens to be lacking proper defense. Now, where could that be? Thinking emoji.
Watashi to te share wa wakaru. Karei ni odotte misero yo.
了解した。
それもいい。
行儀の悪い。しゃっ。はいはいっと。はいはいっと。
はい。
そうだ。
無駄打ちはしません。
What do I think of the landscape? That's pretty interesting.
ちょっぴり。ほん。
徹底的にな。
影の国へ連れて行こう。ゲイボルクオルタナティブ。もう終わりなのか？まったく骨のない。
That's the bull at her feet? Yup, it is. You know, chat, I can understand the mentality of I've always wanted to try being a booth babe, because, I mean, if I was rocking a hot bod, like, I don't know, if I looked like fucking Gilgamesh or something, I would probably never wear a shirt either. Or pick every opportunity possible to show off my butt. Give me my Rinstar. Give me Tosaka, so I can become a Tosaka. I mean, what?
Okay, that ought to just about do it. Can I ask you a question? What is it? Well, I couldn't help but wonder what that thing by your feet is. Good question. Come to think of it, what is this thing anyway?
Besides a weird pseudo-weapon, you mean?
Hey, I didn't ask it to follow me around, but since it is, and it seems to really like me, I may as well train it to help me out a little, right? Besides, every good race needs a mascot, and at least it's better than kicking it to the curb, right?
Oh? Fo?
Fo is giving it the same wild look he gave the boar piglets on the desert island.
Fo's about to smack a bitch.
So hey, on another note, I almost forgot something important. All racers, gather round. What is this about? Okay, everyone, all eyes on the tools.
Nani? This really is the steel ball run.
These ritual tools are the key to erasing the singularity and indicating that you're a legit participant of the Ishtar Cup. They've been designed to integrate into your vehicles, so make sure that you each install them. Any vehicle that tries to compete without one of these will be automatically disqualified, so make sure not to forget them. Got it? Whatever you do, do not lose or remove it during the race. That's very important. Ooh, mine somewhat resembles a crown. I like it. I suppose this is like that Easy Pass device that Kintoki has on his bike. I am not overly familiar with things like this, but as it seems our steeds require them, we shall use them. A new part? Now? I wish you'd told us about this sooner.
It affects the balance of the entire craft. Of course I can compensate quite easily, genius that I am.
Gouda, don't give me that look. This concerns you too. You two will be helping me run things. Come here, I'll tell you what your responsibilities are.
Ah, she took me to the garage so that we could do garage things. Yes, cars.
There you have it. Here we have the service and maintenance area along with the starting line. And we'll have a few pit stops like this along the course. I want you two to restock supplies as needed, handle any problems that arise, and really just do whatever I tell you. Basically, you'll be like PAs for my new hit series. I have no idea what that means, but I was told that's what you'd be.
I see. Dare I ask who told you that?
That'd be me, of course. Ciao, Gouda. Ciao, Mash. Da Vinci. I can see that you have a question for me. You're wondering why I'm allowed this whole thing. Admittedly, this is all pretty strange, but I figured I could let Ishtar here handle the show how she wanted. I mean, Caldia's budget is already stretched thin as it is, you know? The Mages Association has cut off all financial aid until their inspectors get here. So right now all we've got is our UN budget and the remains of our nest egg keeping us afloat. So when Miss Goddess there agreed to fund all this herself, I decided it was worth the risk. Hey now, of course there's gonna be risks. We're erasing a singularity here, remember? Yes, I'm well aware. Anyway, there you have it, Mash. I know it's not ideal, but I trust you'll be able to handle it. I guess I can see how you weren't able to stop this, but... Oh, don't worry, I'll keep backing you up from here like usual until my turn rolls around. While its format is pretty unorthodox, Ishtar was kind enough to provide a control system with a Magecraft source of sorts, so we're all covered.
She's really pulling out all the stops, huh?
Of course, sweet goddesses are especially generous in summer, okay? You'd better be grateful.
Sundarin.
We are. Anyway, don't mind me. You two just focus on enjoying this year's summer festival. Okay, it looks like Senpai and I are relegated to working behind the scenes this time. But I certainly don't want to rain on the race after coming this far, so I'll do my best. By the way, Ishtar, what are you going to do once the race begins? Well, if you're the production assistant, wouldn't that make her the director or producer or something? Don't be silly. I planned this whole race and I'm the one supervising it. I've got tons of work to do. In addition to telling you two what to do, I also have to provide running commentary, color commentary, and serve as the referee. Commentary, huh? You really are taking this seriously. Well, of course I am. I've got to keep the spectators engaged after all. Oh, and at some point I might need you two to help me with a different kind of job.
A blow job? What sort of job?
Remember how I told you this singularity has a ruler and subordinates? As long as we can finish the race, we shouldn't have to worry about them. But since it's going to last for so long, it's probably too much to hope that they'll just leave us alone for the whole thing. So if they do try to interfere, I might have to go and stop them. And since we're going to have to try to keep them from messing with the Nace too much, naturally, I'll need you to come along as a master for that sort of thing, so stay sharp, okay? That's true. We shouldn't forget that there are still enemies about. I'm sorry, I'm still unable to assist with combat myself. But I'm relieved to know that you'll be out there with us, Ishtar. I guess I was right when I predicted that you'd be helping us without asking for compensation after all.
I'll try even harder than usual this time.
That's what I like to hear. I knew I saw potential in you. Anyway, on that note, I'll let you give the combat orders during the race. And to reward you for your service, I'll even form an official contract with you once the race is over. Thanks again for helping out, Gouda. Just make sure you're not so enthralled by my swimsuit that you forget all about the race.
Oof, 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 oof. By the way, chat, sorry that all the girls sound similar to each other. I only have so many female-ish voices that I can attempt.
Now that the race is finally about to begin, I'd better get ready to wave the starting flag. There's not a job that stands out more, so I can just leave all that glory and publicity to someone else. Ah, that means I won't be able to press the button for the starting lights. Okay, you can do that part. It's not as important as the flag, but it's still a big job, so you better be ready for some divine punishment if you screw it up. Do you even need to wave the flag if you've already got the lights? It's all about presentations, duh. Doesn't matter what I'm doing as long as it gets the crowd fired up. So, I'm starting this race Ishtar style. Got a problem with that? Not at all, my goddess. Okay, Gouda, let's start by heading to the commentator seats. First, I'll go over the rules of the race with the spectators and introduce all the teams. Then I'll tell everyone to get ready and head to the starting line. Once I give you the signal, go ahead and press the button to start the race whenever you're ready.
Got it.
Good luck, Senpai. Don't worry, I know you can do it. At last, the moment you've all been waiting for is almost here. The Ishtar Cup Singularity Cannonball Run is just about to begin. Thank you for that thunderous round of applause. This race and commentary are brought to you by Chaldea's richest and most beautiful goddess, the incarnation of love and war herself, Ishtar! As I'm sure you've all heard plenty, Ishtar's the only goddess Chaldea needs, so don't you worry, you'll be seeing plenty of yours truly during the event. Oh, I can feel the glares of those other inferior goddess servants who are all upset that they won't be getting their turn in the spotlight.
Somebody's gonna lucha her later.
And to that I say, sucks to be you, losers. Bleh. I'm not even sure what to say anymore.
I think she's over-warming up the crowd.
Now then, let's go over the rules of the race. The starting line is, of course, right here, and the finish line is on the other side of this singularity. You'll recognize it because it's sporting the beautiful brand new Ishtar Temple. Check it out on the live feed.
She has the cats.
I had no idea we had something so extravagant built at the finish line, too. What an incredibly wasteful expenditure for a one-time event. Incidentally, this live feed is brought to us by a drone made in the famed workshop of none other than the Ishtar Cup board member and special advisor, Leonardo da Vinci. Thanks to this, you'll all be able to see how each team is doing at every leg of the race. As everyone knows, it's the mark of a great goddess to give credit where credit is due. So let's have a big round of applause for Da Vinci. They've been a great help.
She was about to say man.
Now then, there are 4 checkpoints between the starting line here and the finish line. Whenever a team reaches one of these checkpoints, they'll be required to stop and wait for every other team to reach the same checkpoint. Naturally, each team's time will be closely monitored all the while. Once every team has reached the checkpoint, the race will resume with all vehicles leaving from that checkpoint starting line at the same time and continuing to race until the next checkpoint. Since it's a long way to the finish line, the idea is to break up the race into 5 smaller courses.
Now, Chad, I made jokes about this being Steel Ball Run, but is this actually just Steel Ball Run?
However, at the last checkpoint before the goal, instead of all vehicles leaving at once, the time difference between each team will be tallied up, and they will have to wait until the corresponding amount of time has passed before they...
This is Steel Ball Run!
This is so that we don't have vehicles getting too far apart from one another. That'd be really boring. Gotta mix things up and keep them interesting, you know?
Alright, whoever has a pair of steel balls to work with is probably going to win this race. I'm just putting it out there.
That makes a surprising amount of sense. She's thought this through a lot more than I expected. Oh, and also there's a lot of distance, even between checkpoints, so you racers will probably have to rest up at various pit stops you'll find along the way. Even though each team's got an assistant providing their vehicle with magical energy, this'll definitely be one exhausting race.
Oh, true, Nobu has a stand. I think she wins by default.
Now, of course, I expect you all to be really compete to really compete to be the fastest, but I also want you all to see the race through to the end. No dropping out on my watch. I think that's Ishtar's way of showing concern for all the racers. I guess she hasn't entirely forgotten her kind-hearted goddess side after all. That's a relief.
If only she could remember that side a little more often.
Okay, that about takes care of the rules. We'll be getting this race started real soon now. Now that I think we've met all the lovable daredevils who volunteered to risk their lives in what's sure to be a brutal race. Our first team is the Tyrannical Shooting Star, and one of the top contenders for the Cup. Just the fact that they've named their vehicle Red Venus, even though I'm the organizer, should tell you everything you need to know about how gutsy these two are. In the driver/assistant seat, Nero Claudius. I, Nero Claudius, am nothing less than the greatest charioteer in all of Roma. I may not have her sword, but my victory is promised just the same. Shower me in your cheers and adulations. And in the other driver/assistant seat, Altoria Alter. I know no one by that name. I am but a summer maid, as I believe I indicated on my entry form. That's right, it's an unprecedented double driver, double assistant team. At first I was a little flustered. I didn't catch this loophole about teammates pulling double duty. But they're both wearing swimsuits, and it ought to be fun to watch, so I figured, what the hell? Besides, doesn't look like either of them has any other friends to ask. Next, we have the Electric Steam, featuring Papa. Hey, can you do something about how shady you're coming off?
Hello there, I'm Professor M, the assistant for this team. I promise that you can trust me.
Gonna take that as a no. This guy is super shady. Well, never mind him. Let's just move on to the driver. She's not normally much of a talker, but it looks like she'll be making up for lost time this summer. I like your spirit, Frankenstein. I'm new to being a saber, but I'll do my best. Gambarimasu. Next, we have another assistant, or whatever he is, Charles Babbage.
Here I shall receive my body's new functionality, the result of countless painstaking calculations. A transformation! Henshin! Input complete. Steam pressure rising. Behold the King of Steam's new cross-country form! Babbage locomotive form!
There it is. Yeah, transformations are awesome.
This is nice. I can sense everyone's mistrust of me is greatly reduced as Babbage's locomotive form draws their attention. An exemplary instance of teamwork.
More like the mistrust is getting spread around your whole team. Just make sure your evil scheming doesn't make too much trouble for us running the show, okay?
Probably not the best idea to say stuff like that.
That's okay, a little chaos in the mix should help keep things interesting. Okay, let's move on with... let's keep things moving with... Well, talk about straightforward. Give it up for the Prefect of Public Decency and Monk Sanzong. Their driver is Minamoto no Raiko. I've received a tip from a passing motorcyclist warning me that, quote, Raiko's a dangerous shadow prefect now, so be careful. I wonder what that's all about. Ara ara mama. Listen, everyone. You must not let summer go to your heads. I will not permit anyone to engage in behavior or wearing clothes that flouts public decency. Should anyone attempt to do so, they should be prepared to suffer the consequences. A swift execution. I'm just tagging along for this reform program ride. In that sense, I guess I'm kind of like Wukong. I'm picking up plenty of Buddha power in this place, so I'm feeling good about my chances.
Team Boing Boing.
Incidentally, I've decided their outfits qualify as Perot style. As far as I'm concerned, Summer Sanzong's a swimsuit servant. Got it? Good. As for their vehicle, its name is Kyogoku and Bailong. Okay, so it's not the same sort of machine as the other vehicles here, but hey, these horses still seem like pretty strong spirits, so I decided to allow it.
Team Ada Ada, but only Raiko Ada Ada. Sanzong does not Ada Ada. She just happens to be extremely busty.
Our next team is Satisfaction HTE. Its driver, Helena Blavatsky. This is it! We're going to have so much fun! The vehicle's name is Kumara Wheel and Thunderdome. And it looks like they've given a technical breakdown that nobody asked for. Let's see. Apparently this is an ingenious design created by certified geniuses that takes Ms. Blavatsky's racing Kumara Wheel and ingeniously pairs it with a DC-AC Thunderdome to provide genius-level support.
Chat. I just realized. They're called Team Satisfaction. Helena has quite literally a Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's bike. In the Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's abridged that was done by Little Karibo, they called themselves Team Satisfaction for the motorcycle team. Is this a card games on motorcycles reference? Just saying. It's an AC/DC Thunderdome. No, she had it right with the DC/AC the first time.
This team isn't going to implode, isn't? I spent a lot of money on this race, so you'd all better finish it.
It's literally Jack Atlas's bike. Helena is literally riding in Jack Atlas's bike. The JP version of 5D's Yusei Jack and Crow's team was called Team Satisfaction. That's good. I like it. I'm glad to know that. I hadn't known that before, but I'm glad to know that now. We called ourselves Team Satisfaction. We were the gayest team in the entire league.
Don't worry, Ishtar. If worst comes to worst, I'll just race in my Kumara Wheel.
After all the trouble we went to...
Okay, next we have... is that just me, or does it look more like a rocket than a car? This team's name is Killer Demon King of the Xth Heaven. Their vehicle, Demon King of the V6 Heaven. It's a highly unorthodox vehicle, but then it's a highly orthodox team, with Oda Nobunaga as driver. Washija! Oh yeah, are you seeing this, Okita? I lived, bitch! Bet you never expected to lose so massively to Summer, Nobu, did you? Haha.
Double peace sign.
Vroom, vroom! The engine looks to be in peak condition. It's gonna be out for blood tonight. I get the feeling the driver and assistant roles are switched here, but I'll allow it. Well, more that I'm just going to let these two do their own thing and be done with it. Now our final entry. Their team name, Desert Beauty. Their vehicle name, the Pharaoh Legend. Alright, which one of you said those names are overselling it? I'll pass judgment on you myself. No, I won't. I already know I don't live up to those names. I thought I should just at least make it sound like I have confidence in myself. As I thought that doing so might help me to mentally overcome the things that Pharaoh Ozymandias said I was lacking, but I do not believe anyone said anything of the sort. Also, we have yet to even begin the race. Isn't it a bit early to be hiding away like that, Nitocris? Then again, if the purpose of that outfit is to prevent death from heat stroke on our perilous journey, then you should be commended. Perhaps I should wear one myself, since I do not want to die. Don't do that, it defeats the whole point of a swimsuit event. Won't nobody think of the fans?
Yeah, take it off. Take it off.
Of course, having said that, I really can't deny that this race holds peril after peril for our teams. So a word of advice to all you racers. Be careful not to die out there.
Berserker.
Okay, now that we've met all the teams, I think it's time that we got this party started. All racers, on your marks. Okay, I've got the flag and I'm standing in position. Now then.
It's time to wave the flag, chat, and not just any flag. The holy flag. I really like this figurine, by the way, chat. That's why I pulled it up for this. It's really good. Anyway. I mean, how can you not like it, right?
Now then. Senpai, that's the signal. Go ahead whenever you're ready.
Chat, she waved the flag. It was her. Look how defenseless she is. That's also a really good figure. Okay, there's the button for the lights. Here goes.
And we're off! The Ishtar Cup Singularity Cannonball Run is underway! It started! It really started! Look at everyone go! The first one out of the gate is... Cars? Horses? LOL, as the kids say. This is why I chose this woman as my partner. These days, it's all about air. No, space travel. Why drive when you can fly? This is how Oda Nobunaga, the Demon King of the Sixth Heaven, rolls. You obsolete heroic spirits can all be relegated to historical footnotes. My path to superstardom is now all but inevitable. Elevation angle, check. Igniting rocket boosters. Main engine, full throttle. Output levels look good. We could fly to the other end of the galaxy if we wanted to. Here it goes. Artorium blast off! What just happened? I guess you didn't read the rules, huh? This is a race, no flying permitted. Catching some air off the ramps is one thing, but just flying around like that is against the rules. If I see any of you try that again, I'll shoot you down with Manna instantly. So watch yourselves. I see. Well, in that case, I suppose it can't be helped. It looks like this is already shaping up to be a highly fraught race. I wonder if everyone will make it to the finish line okay. And what's more, which team will be the winner?
The only true winner is the people at home.
ライダーイシュタル、ここに参上っと。今回は特別大サービスで協力してあげるわ。お互いギブアンドテイクってことで。
A little bit of give and take. We could do a little bit of give and take with Ishtar. I'd be down with that. I pulled from the banner. I did 110 pull and threw some tickets at it. I got some CEs and, surprisingly, the Queen of the Amazons. She's basically a swimsuit servant, so I can't argue.
あまり近寄ってきてくれなくて。カッキーン。
カッチーン。カッキーン。カッチーン。
Oh, wait. I just got Rider Ishtar, right?
いらっしゃい。そろそろクエ。
Whoops. First thing I need to do is lock her in. And now, let's throw some XP her way. I don't have a lot of Rider XP on me. It'll be fine.
おお、上がってきた上がってきた。どんどん強くしちゃってね。
She says, "Oh, it rose, it rose. It make me even stronger, okay?" Something certainly rose, chat. I wonder what it might be. All right, first area, Plains A. Let's go. By the way, chat, since I've been non-stop voice acting since this began for 4 hours straight, I'm a little lightheaded. Here, chat. This is what we really should have had for the racing girl for the flag waver. Right here. Now that's a hot racing girl. What's tattooed on her thigh? Ilya 3. Prilya 3. It's from the, from when it was a new season. Summer Ilya, you can feel it in your bones. But can you feel it in your boner? That's what really matters. That's what actually matters, chat. Imagine the money Summer Ilya would print. Yeah, probably a lot. Still think Summer Astolfo would print a lot of money too. Oh. Whoa.
Oh is so bored he's starting to yawn. With the exception of that rocket incident, I guess it has been surprisingly quiet so far.
Everyone's still feeling each other out.
True, but I wouldn't mind if things stayed this peaceful for the entire race. I've learned about sporting events like marathons in Akiden from video records in the sports library. They showed me that a competition doesn't need fighting or conflict to be riveting. Just seeing who's the fastest can be more than enough. I hope this race turns out to be a clean, honest competition.
Well, now you freaking jinxed it.
No way! I didn't pony up for this event just to have my racers be good sports. Did you forget who I am or something? I'm Ishtar, the goddess of love, beauty, and war. Duh! And I say it's not a real race until there's been some bloodshed. The fans didn't come here to watch racers play nice. So, on that note, let's go back to commentary mode. The lead racers are just about to enter the first area. Does this bode well, or is it a sign of trouble afoot? And hey, what do you know? It looks like something's happening over there. Now that's more like it. Everything looks the same around here. I'm growing bored of this scenery. I desire excitement. What do you say, Dark Maid? Shall we try picking a fight? I am loath to admit it, but I was just thinking the same thing. My self-control has reached its limits. However, before we go about ridding ourselves of interlopers, there's something strange around here that must be dealt with. I can sense the sort of people I dislike most. Ill-mannered customers. I see the air and sand have gone dry. What is this rundown place? This desert brings back memories, but the sand here seems much less pleasant than it is in Egypt. Something's coming from up above! Watch out!
Yeah! You're not going anywhere. Stop right there, girlies. Welcome to Hokuto no Ken.
Who are these men with the strange haircuts? Were they defeated in battle and forced to cut their hair that way as a mark of their shame? I guess there's some kind of wandering space soldiers. This should be fun. Let's see if they can keep up with my driving technique. What's this? A mysterious group of mohawked men have appeared before our racers. Are they friend or foe?
Foe, obviously. 3 words. Search and destroy.
Yes, I suppose you're right. They certainly don't appear to be very friendly. Our racers are completely surrounded, and have no choice but to come to a stop. Each group is eyeing the other. Will our racers engage these men with diplomacy or hostility? Welcome, honored customers. Let us begin with Sekacha Morgan!
Gah!
Well done, British barbarian. I shall have to make sure that I do not fall behind. You came to hear me perform, yes? Then listen well. Laudatum Domus Illustrious!
Foe?
They started with their noble phantasms? That's overkill.
Bit much for little guys like that, isn't it?
Looks like things are escalating quickly. Not that I'd expect any less. Anyway, this looks like the right level of violence to get things rolling. Sit back and watch how our racers handle this little warm-up exercise.
These guys roll up on their bikes and you hear in the background, "You are shock! Aide soraga uchite kuru."
Vacances だもの。楽しく行きましょう。
ご注文でした。そのように了解した。一掃する。
はいはいっと。
そこだ。徹底的に了解した。一掃する。
見え見え。
そこだ。
ご注文でした。任せなさい。覚悟なさい。
またのお越しを、お客様ども。
Umu is literally a stick with boobs, while she is busty petite.
Such rebellious hairstyles are unacceptable. You may shave your head if you like, but you must keep the hair that remains in a tidy top knot. They're not very strong, but there's so many of them that it's... What's that?
This is as far as you go, intruders. This is our land. Did you think you could set foot in our land without first paying your respects?
I don't know who it is, so this voice...
Oh? Super wrong voice. The wrongest voice there ever was. Boss! Big cat sis! Cat Onego! Onego's here to save us!
Ugh, couldn't you all have agreed on a nickname for her ahead of time? What an unpleasant surprise. This singularity seems to truly has gone awry. I never expected to see you leading these barbarians.
Neko Anego.
But let me just make certain of this. Are you their leader, Atalanta? It would seem I am, Your Imperial Highness. Why do you interfere with my rosy driving? Who are these men, anyway? My presence here alone should give you the answer to that. They are my darling children. What was that? I don't understand.
What in the world are you talking about? Perhaps I should introduce you to a good therapist.
Children? But you're so close in age. And you look nothing alike. In fact, I have a hard time believing you're even the same species. They look more like ogres than anything. There is more to parenting than age difference or genetics. Our relationship is what matters. I shall tell you again, these are my children and I adore them.
Yeah! Yeah, Mama gets compliments all the time on what precious angels we are.
Relationships, eh? You are exactly right. A mother and her children are not linked by blood alone.
Well, of course.
Now, never mind my children. These are the Atalante Plains, and there is something that I must tell all who would try to cross them. Huh, I'm surprised you're such a romantic that you'd name this land after yourself. That's like something an explorer would do. The name is of no importance. What is important is that this road leads to our greatest treasure. Something more valuable than even gold or jewels. Is that so? And what is this treasure? Seed apples. We have planted seed apples up ahead. Eh? Ha? I'm not even sure what those are. Seed apples are seed apples. Plant them and they grow into apples. They are truly a blessing in this forsaken land. I need them to ensure my children's future. But if you were to run a roughshod over them with your wheels and hooves, that future would be ruined. I cannot permit that. Are you aware that apples don't like arid environments? There's no way they'll ever grow in climate like this. Silence! It is not today that matters, but tomorrow. I'm fairly certain this desert will still be hot and dry tomorrow, and you'll have the same problem. At any rate, I will not have you racing over our seed apple orchard. I shall be merciful and permit you to turn back or to find another path. However, if after everything I have told you, you insist on proceeding, my wrath shall be swift and terrible. I will not hesitate to pierce your heart on the spot. For my arrows exist solely to ensure my children will always have cause to smile.
Smiling while sticking out pierced tongue.
The very instant our racers reach the first area, they're presented with their very first real challenge, an ultimatum from a mysterious, beautiful woman. If they continue on their current path, they'll have to face a hail of arrows. How will they get out of this predicament?
These guys are totally from Hokuto no Ken. Yeah, they're definitely Mad Max villains.
Looks like this singularity's inhabitants showed up after all. It does complicate matters, but I wouldn't have it any other way. Races are supposed to have setbacks after all, so it all adds up to make the ritual more exciting. Now come on, you two, don't just stand there. You've got a lot of work ahead of you. I guess it's too soon to tell what'll happen later, but for the moment it does seem like we won't be fighting Atalanta just yet. So I suppose we should do what we can by focusing on our own jobs. I believe it had something to do with keeping supplies in stock. That's right. I want you to bring supplies and stuff to the pit stops and racers on the track. That said, circumstances can change pretty quickly in a race like this, so it's probably impossible to make sure all the teams are always on equal footing all the time. So you're free to use your own discretion to send supplies to whichever team you think needs them. Or even just the team you most want to win. If that ends up making things a little uneven, well, that's okay. Each team's relationship with you is an important part of the race, too.
Okay, I'll give it a try.
I know you will, Senpai. I do wonder how everyone else will end up handling this race. But I'm certain that if we do our job well, we'll be able to help all of them. Let's both do our best.
Oh! I got some oil, some nitro, and some octane. A road race sponsored by Ishtar herself. 6 servant teams face off. Cheer on each team to get cheering points. Choose the team you want to cheer for and pick a quest. After clearing the quest, get cheering points. Your chosen team will advance based on the amount of cheering points. Depending on when you begin this event, cheer on race quests may have ended. Race results and cheering points rewards. The race results will be determined by all Masters cheering points combined. Race result rewards will be awarded based on the top ranking teams. All race participants will be eligible to receive the race result rewards. Boy,